covered now.
After wasting yesterday completely. Laying around on the couch.
Oh, Wagaki Band put out another new song 4 days ago.
Ooh, gotta get in on that.
Phony.
I think it's more than 4 days ago.
How come now YouTube's recommending me new music? It's usually just like movie reviews in my recommended.
You watch a lot of movie reviews?
Yeah. Oh, we're live.
Movie reviews or movie reactions?
Reviews. Are there movie reactions out there?
Yeah, dude. They've become like a super hit over the last year.
How do you on YouTube?
Well, they clip it down to like 12 minutes or something like that of actual reaction worthy material, and then they try to talk over most of that 12 minutes. I'm pretty sure they have to go through the whole they get blocked and get a copyright strike and then have to
see what they have to trim.
Yeah, and then they have to appeal it and then get them to drop it, and then it goes through.
Holy crap, that sounds like a huge process.
And it's scary because you gotta have that strike for a while.
Right.
Yeah, like me. Fuck. All the way till
Me
November.
too, brother. Me too, brother.
Yeah,
what got you struck this time?
Maximum hormone.
Oh, that's right. We've established on my live streams that my memory is like a.
I'm starting to realize that. I'm kind of worried. I'm a little worried for you, man.
I know. Too. I think it's like the working 7 days a week.
4. I think it's all the pot you smoke.
It's definitely all the pot you smoke. It's definitely that. Welcome to the. Oh, hold on. Let me hit record. Welcome to the Guys podcast, where we talk about Japanese music news. My name's Alan. We got the guys here. You guys introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Ryan Meir.
Hey, Champ.
I'm here with
so you say. Oh, sorry.
Wave.
That was Wave.
Sorry, I felt like we need to interrupt Wave for some reason.
Yeah. Used to be me, now it's Wave.
Go.
What's up, chat? How's everybody doing today? Good to see you.
How is everyone? So, like we said before, we're gonna talk with the chat a little bit and then jump right into the news and jump into this video that Tank the Tech had put out. Pretty on point, fascinating stuff, which if you guys had a moment talked about, we're gonna give our thoughts on it. I think we're mostly all in agreement. Anyone disagree with what Tank was saying?
Speak for yourself, brother. No, I haven't.
I want Champ's hot take today.
I don't have one, man. I might have a lukewarm take.
A lukewarm take?
By the way, what does your shirt say?
My shirt? I don't need Google. My son knows everything.
That's true. What a true statement right there.
That's where I get all my information. Hey, 14-year-old, please shower me with wisdom.
Google everything. I think the biggest thing is people are worried, didn't understand.
Sometimes I Google myself. What?
What are you watching when you Google yourself?
People are saying that we're quiet.
I don't
1
wanna
second. Let me fix. Yeah, I guess we are quiet because I don't think you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, except for when we interrupt you, then you disappear.
I can hear everything you say. I think.
All right. I just wanted to talk. All right. So anyways, I think the biggest thing with that topic with Tank the Tech that people were wondering about, they didn't understand why people are taking merch fees away. And there has been situations where I've been on tour and if you don't have a contract, that's where they can really royally screw you over and take the money or whatnot. And so that was the biggest thing that was takeaway from it.
Yeah,
and then
it was a really interesting video.
Yeah. And then, you put a lot of light on it. It honestly reminded me of running a restaurant. It was the same kind of thing where you got to make sure that you count all the inventory. It's very similar to that kind of thing, with food and what you use and all that stuff. And no matter what, that's how you figure out your losses and everything. So I thought it was a pretty fascinating video. It was a really good video. There wasn't anything I really disagree with it. And he's very knowledgeable since he's been doing that for a very long time. Yeah. And me being on the band side of things with it, I handled the merch all the time. So I always inventoried it through a tablet or whatnot, or through, what was that Was it Square or something like that? You remember?
Squarespace. Alan, before you go into your thoughts on it completely, can you just give like a quick summary of what the video was about for the people that hadn't watched it?
Yeah, so the video is about merch fees. So what happens is when you go to a concert and stuff like that, you go there, you buy merch. Some venues will actually allow, they'll have people run the merch for you. So the merch fees is to pay those employees and stuff that run the merch for you and stuff like that. Or there's some instances where some venues will still make you do that, but they give you nobody to help you with selling your merch, and you have to have your own manager and stuff. And the importance of that he reiterates in that video is that you have to have a contract or something with those venues. It's very smart to have one. I've done shows where I didn't have contracts and gotten screwed over, and I've done shows where I did have them, and I've gotten into pretty big fights with certain people on the show, believe it or not. And we still didn't get the money. Like, it was like, either do I fight with this guy or get the money back? Because, like, at the end of the day, that's what I wanted to mention, something that Tank missed. Sometimes they'll still argue with the contract. But the thing is, paying for a lawyer costs way more than recouping the cost. And I hate to say it, guys, that's where they fuck you over.
Yeah, that's why they do it, because they know they can get away with it.
And that was the one thing I think Tank missed, because I've argued with people. I was with iArtifact, and I think we're in like Washington or something. And I remember I had to really think about it. You know, the part of you wants to fight with it and be right and get out of there. But at the end of the day, you're like, do I really want to end up in a fight over this? And the lawyer's going to cost me about $2,000 or $2,000 to $10,000. And it's only over, it could be over $800. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, if you're paying $2,000 for the lawyer, you're still at a $1,200 loss. And I think that's the thing that people have to be weary about it. So what I want to add to Tank's video that I think should have been mentioned was, be careful who you're working with and really research the venue, research the promoter. That was a big thing that I did on the second tour that I did, was I had to research the promoter and see what they're about, because there's a lot of promoters that were out there fucking over bands and pretty much, ruining them on tour, while they're on tour, ruining them, like taking all their money and stuff like that. And that could really screw you over, because me as a smaller band, I'm not making like those touring bands. So I'm speaking from a small band perspective. I was only getting like $100 a night for merch. All right. And that $100 was really important, because we didn't have like the whole YouTube thing going on back then where you could actually talk about it a lot, or I didn't even know that was a thing to do, And I remember this was like a 2010 and 2009. This is like YouTube's just starting. So we thought we had to go out there and tour all old school and just go out on the road and do our thing. And a lot of times we only get $80 for merch, or 100, or sometimes 40. And we've had some people that would actually try to take that money, or they'll charge us to play venues, which would like that pay to play model. And there wasn't even a big band, or the big band would all of a sudden not be there. There's a lot of that stuff that goes around. So that's something I just wanted to add to what Tank was saying about the whole thing, because what he was saying is really important, but I think he was speaking on a bigger scale, because Tank has worked with really big bands. But I also want to throw this out there for smaller bands.
What was Tank saying? What was Tank's take on this?
Well, that's what I just
initially
said.
if I can say, there was a video clip. Was it Alpha Wolf?
Alpha Wolf, yeah.
The singer went on stage and said, "Just so you know, when you buy merch, this stupid fucking venue is taking 20% of our money." So he's complaining about it, and that's what sparked Tank making video, because he's got insight on it,
Yeah.
So was Tank defending that, or was he against it?
Well, he, like Alan's explaining, it was in the contract that they needed to pay it, but they're still pissed off about it. But and when it comes down to it, like Alan's saying, if it's in the contract, you're legally bound to do it anyway, whether it's right or wrong.
But on the flip side, it's harder to fight those contracts sometimes. Yeah. And I think that's a really important point to make. Like, when you have to fight them, venue has a little bit more money than you, but that's on a bigger scale, is what I was trying to say. On a bigger scale, it might be worth fighting it if it's not in the contract, because those bands are making tens of thousands of dollars on merch. My point was that I want to add is for the smaller bands. We're not making tens of thousands of dollars. We're only making between $100 and $500. It was my point behind that. Because I think that's very important, because there's a lot of small bands out there doing it. Because you can make 500 is still good, like for a band. There's some bands I've heard that make nothing and they've lost 3,000 by the end of it using their own money, and then they have to go work fucking round the clock to make back up their money from tour. Like, that's the small
and the gas
band
it takes to get to the next venue.
Yeah, all that stuff.
You just explained my entire musical career. Spending money on merchandise and making albums and then having to go, you know what? That was a nice waste of money. But
yeah, take 8 hours of your day to go play for 4 hours and then get paid $100. And
yeah, and I'll say,
go ahead.
It's for the experience, man. Wait. But let me finish, and then you guys go through what you're gonna say. But I just wanted to mention that, and like Champ was saying, it's for the experience, man, is what they would tell you, and that's why later on in 2014 I created a YouTube channel, and I said I'm not fucking touring anymore. Like, we have to have an audience because it wasn't worth it at the end of the day. But there's still bands today that still follow that old model, and it just doesn't work. But that's all I got to say about the video that I've seen. Go ahead, Champ.
I wanted to hear what Wave had to say, actually.
Go ahead, Wave.
I don't remember. Go ahead.
Damn it! I had the same issue, Wave. I was hoping you could cover for me. All right. No, I was just saying, like, as somebody that, I toured around, like, I went through the country and stuff like that. I went and played at South by Southwest, for example, one year down in Texas, over by you, Alan. And we toured all the way over there, and we never had any sort of because we're a very small band, we never had any sort of contracts or anything like that. Yeah. But we were never even offered, somebody that to watch a merch stand for us or anything like that. We never even got to a point where anybody was willing to help us, so it was always we brought a merch girl with us that just sat at our merch table. She toured with us.
Did you pay her?
She was just there. What?
Did you pay her?
No, she was just there voluntarily to help us out, because as a small band, it's almost impossible to be able to afford an additional person, pay an additional person to travel with you, or to pay somebody from a venue. But like I said, I've never even been in a venue while I was playing, and maybe it's because of the size of the venue. I played a couple shows that were a few hundred people, but nobody's even said hey, if you want to, we could provide a merch person for you or somebody to watch it. Never even had that option, so it's tough for those small bands where you're literally you're coming up with your own strategy there. So I don't have an issue with merch fees, because I get why you would do it, and obviously there's a way to kind of work around it, but at the same time, it becomes much easier as you grow as a band to be able to deal with that stuff. Now, the smaller you are, the harder it's going to be.
Yeah, and just add on to what you were saying, Champ, and what Adam just said right here. So basically, you need to have a manager with business sense. Pretty much, no, you need a band member with manager business sense.
Yeah,
so you have to pay that fucking manager.
Exactly, or somebody that'll volunteer that has some sort of just wants to see you succeed. We had somebody that just wanted to see us succeed, and they're hell yeah, we'll take a trip to Texas with you.
It's kind of like this podcast. It's like this podcast is a great example. We all have a thing in this podcast, right? I have a lot of the managing business sense, right? I'm taking care of a lot of that stuff on the legal side when taxes and all that stuff comes around, right, to hit us. Where we got one person that's handling editing and doing video stuff and thumbnails, another person doing shirt designs, another person working on getting communications with the community together, like this whole new battle song thing that we're doing. The thing is, we all have an integral part, and when you have a band, you have to do the same thing. You have to have someone with business. You have to have somebody that's willing to talk to people randomly to sell merch, because the merch isn't going to sell itself. I mean, I remember I would walk up to people and be like, hey, how you doing? Have conversations, trying to hustle,
It's true. Really you're pitching while you're there, especially if they've never seen you before. They're seeing you for the first time, and if they're seeing you for the first time, they might go, oh shit, that band's pretty cool. I maybe they have the album. Maybe I could go on Spotify and find their shit. But you want them to buy something while you're there. So you're going to step off stage and be like, hey man, how you doing? Oh, you like it? You like this? Yeah, maybe I can buy you a beer. And then maybe they repay you by buying a t-shirt, something like that. But you got to start somewhere,
Purple Dragos made a good point. The profit margin on what these guys have into their shirts probably isn't even better than the 20% they're supposed to give away anyway. It's they're not fucking free. You got to buy all the shit first, and then you got to sell it for more than what you put in it, obviously, to make profit. And then when somebody else takes that,
Hey, shout out to Charles.
Can I talk for once?
Shout out to Charles.
Okay.
Hold on. Shout out to Charles for the super chat.
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
thank
need
you,
your own
Charles.
sheriff in Hudsford and Rod Smallwood type handle business. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but I was gonna get the wave. I'll just go in order. My bad. Go ahead.
1 2.
Just waiting for this to become a conversation. That's the thing with that, like Ryan just mentioned, the investment that goes into providing all this merch, and not only that, but if you're selling CDs too, there's a huge investment that goes into buying your instruments, actually making the music, mixing it, all that stuff. So it's a huge investment. Venues are using you as an attraction. They're probably charging a cover charge at the door already, getting that money from you. So they're not actually providing a service, like
They're providing a platform.
yeah, and they're getting their cover charge at the door. Well, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
If you're selling tickets for them or they're taking a cover charge.
It does depend, right? Like some places that you play, you get you'll get a certain percentage of the ticket sales when people walk in the door. Like a lot of the places I played, they'll ask you, right, who are you here to see when you're walking in, and if they say your band, then they write that down and they give you a certain percentage of the people that came to see you in particular. But that's for very small places,
Okay, and I don't know, you'd think. Do you guys know venues take a percentage of ticket sales too?
Depends.
Yeah, it's a bunch of.
If the band is selling tickets,
If they
Depends on the
can,
venue.
they will.
right?
You mean if the band is selling tickets prior to the show, pre-show?
like a typical concert where you buy tickets to see your band.
I would have to assume so. I mean,
Because you'd think even if the band technically is already paying a fee to play at the venue through a percentage in ticket sales, or else the venue's charging a cover charge and using live music as an attraction to get people there,
mm-hmm.
So taking a percentage of the merch that the band has invested their own money in to provide, and then the band needs to get to the next show, they need gas, they need food, they need all that stuff. And this is something something Tank mentioned in the video too, is the band needs money just to get to the next show, to put on the show, to maintain their instruments. I mean, when you're playing those shows, you're getting sweaty, you're going to need new strings like every show, or new drumsticks. All those little maintenances that are a big investment for the band that, it just seems like a ridiculous thing to take a percentage of merch sales. Unless you're providing that service,
Right.
helping them sell it.
Yeah, I feel like they'd have to provide something, right? Like outside of just the platform for a place for you to sell that shit. Because as you just said, they're already making money off of you just by you being there. They could promote you however they want to, but they're also going to take a percentage of whatever ticket sales and obviously the gate at the door. So it's like, if they're taking all of this stuff and they're not going to provide any help for the actual merchandising, I do see why that would be an issue for the bands, because it's like, why can't I just sell my shit at the show that I've already attracted people to come to for you? For you as a venue, I've brought these people here. So why would you take any of the money of what we're selling here?
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Then take that, apply it to a band coming from outside of the country. They do the same shit to them, then it's going to be even less of a reason for bands to come here.
Yeah. Someone mentioned that Nemaphila show at the Whiskey, planned for 300 people and making a live video for it and all that. That's a huge investment. There's no way they made enough money to recoup all of that investment on that trip.
Yeah,
it was pretty much all just for the buzz,
Yeah, playing the long game.
Mm-hmm. I feel like so much of being a startup band though comes down to, I don't know about if you guys feel the same, but sacrificing dollars for the sake of exposure. And I'm not just talking about a media promotion, like hiring an advertising company or something like that. I'm talking about specifically just the amount of times that we went into shows, bands that I played with, we went into shows knowing, we're losing money on this show. We're losing money on the gas and the drive and whatever we're doing. But there's going to be 50 people there and we want those 50 people to know who we are, so we're sacrificing all of that money, knowing this is going to be we're going to be in the red afterwards. So for me personally, it's kind of like, it does seem a little bit fucked up, that they would try to do that with the merch fees, but it also kind of feels like just another one of the multitude of financial hurdles that you have to jump over while you're in a startup band. It's like nothing about it is easy.
I think it brought maybe a big change to that is how labels, everything's different now from labels getting just how music's sold and shit. They're not like, sell an album, make this much off the album. It's streaming and shit. So labels aren't getting as much money. So they don't give their bands as much money, and the bands can't. It's a domino effect of everybody getting fucked over and nobody wanting to change how things have been forever. And so they just do whatever they can to fuck over the next guy in line, which ends up being the band, which is why, so many of them are like grinding on YouTube, trying to, promote themselves before they go out and do shit.
Yeah. And even with that, like, pretty much what Champ was saying before, you kind of go into the red before you can even start, because you buy a microphone, you buy a camera, you have to have a computer. It's an investment just to get started on YouTube and start promoting that stuff, along with just getting into music in general. Music instruments aren't expensive either. Or aren't.
They are expensive. The cheapest one that you could buy is already expensive.
I need more coffee.
I just want to give another shout out over to Charles W. Jansen too, again, for his second super chat at $10.01. That's Rob Smallwood is Iron Maiden's manager. They did a song about him called Sheriff of Huddersfield. He is responsible for much of their success. Okay, so good to know. Thank you, Charles.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's still here, Alan?
Yeah, no,
he's still around.
Wasn't sure if everyone was done. I guess go into our week. Talk about our week.
Sure. Well, does anybody else have anything else to say about the merch and how that goes? Anybody want to? No, we said our piece.
Nope. I don't think so.
All right, cool. What'd you do this weekend, Ryan? I mean, this week.
What did I do this week? I did a thing that we're going to talk about in a minute, so I guess I'll hold off till then.
Okay, you want to go first, Wave?
Sure. I made a Unleashed review this week, and I stitched a bunch of different reactions together for that. It was pretty fun, just seeing the similar through lines and reactions that people had to Unleash. I saw a lot of reactions, or a lot of people, noticing similar things, like the energy that Band-Maid has, and obviously the cool anime style, wanting to see an actual Band-Maid series, whether it's through music videos or whatever. So that was really fun. It was a lot of work, but I think the video turned out pretty cool. So that was pretty much my week. Otherwise, Rosie and I were both pretty sick. So.
I feel that, my friend. And that video that you made, all of the videos that you've been making for Band-Maid recently have been fucking incredible, bro. Yeah, like I got to point that out. All right, like we keep mentioning it, like kind of in passing, but you right now are like the main source on YouTube for Band-Maid documentary presentations for me, and I think probably for a large part of the community, man. So like keep that shit up, bro. You're hooking us up with great content.
Who needs big old professionals when we got Wave right here doing the same thing?
Right?
Wave handling it for everybody.
That's really kind of you to say.
No problem, man. It's
been really
fact.
Fun. Rosie also wants me to tell people about a channel she found on Twitch called, what was it? Well, I can't remember. Anyway, it was a seal playing the saxophone.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Rosie, what's it called?
She put it in the chat. It's twitch.tv/flexing seal.
Seal. What the fuck?
So the seal's flexing his sax skills.
All right.
That was my week, flexing seal.
Pertinent to the conversation.
Laying in bed while being sick, watching a seal play saxophone. I mean, that doesn't sound that bad. Hey, KC, thank you for the 2,000 yen for Waves
thank you,
Unleash
Casey.
work this week. Hey, KC. Very well.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Very cool.
Champ.
Right.
Champ.
I was also pretty damn sick all week. So my son came over last weekend and he was like, "Hey, Dad, I kind of sore throat." And then by the time he left, he was like, "I'm feeling much better." And then by the time the next morning started, I was like, "Oh, this is the worst." So I just kind of laid in bed, soaking in, in the sickness. I wasn't gonna get specific. Ryan, don't worry. marinating in my bed. Yeah, it was pretty awful. I in fact had to cut out of Alan and Waves Baby Metal stream that they did on Thursday night, which was a real big disappointment because I was looking forward to it, but it was good. I was gonna bring the whole thing down, so I didn't want to do that.
Fair enough.
But I'm recovering now. I'm starting to feel better. I did a bunch of work yesterday, and that's pretty much it. But I did spend a decent chunk of time setting up for something that we're going to talk about a little bit later, also, which is Alan actually mentioned in passing earlier, which is the Band-Maid song battle, where we're going to go into that a little bit later. But yeah, I got all the seeds and brackets down and stuff like that, so we're ready to start that this week.
Yeah, thanks for all your work on that, man.
No problem, man. That's just gonna be fun. I can't wait to talk to everybody about it and what we're gonna do. Like, I just love adding the fun to it, But outside of that, man, like, it's been it's been a tame sick week for me.
Yeah.
Alan, what about you, man?
Not much. I did absolutely nothing, but I played a lot of bass, and that was about it. But it was a pretty good week. Just working on Misa's bass lines for a couple songs, so that's been fun. Learning 2 solos.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like nothing to me.
Yeah. And also, but I gotta say, like, every week we come on here and at least you two guys are like, "Oh my God, I did all this all day, all week," and I'm always like, "You poor fucking people." Like, taking
I have been doing stuff.
Point.
It's just not Japanese band related where I can talk about it. I did do a Sokaninaru video for their new song, which was fucking incredible.
I watched that. That was fun.
Oh man!
Oh yes!
What a crazy band, dude! It's nuts. And I'll tell anybody, if you're not familiar with them, their music's amazing. But if you can check out some of their live stuff,
I still need to hear them live.
What they don't use as backing tracks.
Stream yesterday when I watched that.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. So really cool stuff. They always just, I don't know.
I hear it.
Awesome.
I definitely want to see them live. Like, I've only seen the like MVs or whatever, and it's incredible. But whenever you see somebody do something incredible in a music video, I don't know about you guys, but my first thought is, oh, can they pull it off live?
Yeah, that's what's crazy about them, because they're, I was watching them and they both got, the bass player and the guitarist both have huge pedal boards, and they're both like dancing the whole time, which is something I always tried not to do, but these guys do it, and I can't think of the names right now. I learned them on my video, but I forgot them already. Anyway, he'll use a looper for like a measure, just to keep everything in the song, and then he'll turn it off and won't fucking touch it again. It's crazy. It's awesome.
Pretty sick.
Like, they want to do it all, and they do it. It's pretty amazing. I think they just really recently got a drummer that's part of the band now. They used to have different drummers fill in for different things, and now they got a set drummer. Shanto. I need to look up the names again. So yeah, that's cool.
Nice. I feel like it's important.
How's the learning Misa's bass parts going?
Oh no, it's going awesome. Like I said, it's just like playing a solo. Honestly, it's the memorization. Like, the problem that I'm having now is I can play while reading the music. I can play through it all. Now it's like looking away without reading the music and having it in my head is the problem. Like, got up to speed. I went to record it, and I was gonna put up a little clip of it, but then I was like, nah, I'll just wait until we get the cover out or whatnot. And unfortunately, though, see, I had more bad news this week, unfortunately. But our recording session was canceled yesterday for the drums for that, so that was kind of a bummer. And I might as well bring this right up real quick.
Well, before you jump into the bad news, Lou Hare, thank you very much for the $9.99 super chat. He just says, "I love this channel. You guys are amazing. We love you too, Lou Hare."
Thank you.
Go ahead there, Alan.
So I talked to Joe during the week, and I guess the good part is we're still going to be going into a sound check, but due to what happened to Scandal, I guess they had lost a lot of money on their tour from them going back, and they want to avoid that situation, so they have canceled every single interview that they're going to do that has to be doing with in person.
Yeah,
so,
it's a bummer.
Yeah,
it is a bummer.
I'm not surprised, but that sucks.
Yeah,
it's what's going on.
That's
still in Japan, man. It's still so much worse. Like or I don't want to say worse, but like they're treating it very, very strictly still over there. So anybody gets sick, and it's like that's end for everybody.
So that's what they were.
Want them to make it to the end of the tour.
So that's what they were saying, and that's what Joe was telling me. Pretty much was like the management had told them due to the whole Scandal thing that happened and all the bad stuff that they went through. That's what that's why they're deciding to go that route, because they do have all their shows sold out here. So that's still going to happen. So of course that's the good news of things. They're still coming over here and stuff like that. But anything to do with meeting, it's going to be nope. No, doesn't matter who they are. But they did offer to Joe, saying there is possibilities of good things in the future, to make up for this.
Nice.
That's cool. That's good.
Yeah, that's what we're looking forward to.
Plus, the sound check is still pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah.
I'm still into that idea.
As long as we can get them in the U.S. and have them play all their concerts, that's a huge step in the right direction.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't see this being a deterrent for forever. Like, I think that this is a now thing, and it sucks. But I would assume personally that this is going to.
Yeah, it's the first steps back into it. And Scandal, that had to be devastating for them, man. They get 2 shows, 1 or 2 shows, and they had to cancel the entire tour because it was a week long.
Yeah, it's crazy,
fuck, dude. I can't imagine.
No, and they still had to pay for all that shit,
Yeah. On a happy note, they did just reveal they got each one of them have a signature Fender guitar.
Now that is fucking gorgeous. Sick, really.
Wow.
White.
Ooh, I gotta see that.
Yeah,
the Scandal girls got guitars, huh?
On their
Chrome pickups on a Fender?
I didn't even know that they used
Chrome
Fenders,
humbuckers,
specifically. I didn't realize that was their guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so the first thing I noticed when I watched one of their videos, I'm like, hey, they're all playing Fenders.
Yeah. Sometimes I've seen them use Gibson, but I think that was more in the past. But it seems like they play the classics.
Yeah, they're pretty like I'm taking a look at them now. It's like one color. It looks like the
We're
exact
Scandal, right?
Yeah, Scandal. Their new signature guitars and bass. It's like they kind of remind me of like the Tom DeLonge style
like
Fenders from
stripe thing, or?
No, the prior one before he got the racing stripe on it when it was just a singular color. I might be going a little too far into the Blink-182.
I remember talking about this for some reason. I don't know why. Did we talk about these guitars? I don't know why.
Well, about a month and a half ago, they announced they showed them for the first time.
It must have been some different band, but yeah, this is what they look like, guys. For those of you that are watching,
love the white headstock.
Ooh,
yeah, it's cool.
That's actually not the one that I'm looking at right now. Interesting.
This is the one. That looks really nice.
Yeah,
that's like if you're going to like it's like a guitar for a wedding or something.
What is it about? There's a lot of.
And then here's
Japanese
Mammy.
Fender variants have the painted headstocks, which look great, and they never do that here.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Ooh. But even like the Japanese Strats, you could always pick them out because if they had a painted headstock.
Look at this Stratocaster.
They must have other signatures.
Yeah, I was looking. There's brand new ones. They're all white. And
that's what I'm looking at. I'm seeing the single color ones right now.
Yeah,
like those look pretty sweet too. But there's like no pick guard on it. Also,
there's Haruna. That's Haruna's is Mammy. And there's more on here. There's the bass.
Put the link in there, champ.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I guess those are the ones they had before.
Oh, these are the ones they had before. Okay. Well, those are still
the new ones
are still beautiful.
Yeah.
Here, I put it in your chat if you want to pull that up, Alan. But yeah, it's basically the same thing except without the pick guard on it.
So Telly's got humbuckers.
Also, the new one.
They went all humbucker.
Third version of signature guitars. Oh, okay. So they've been doing this for a while. Good for them, man. That's really cool. I love that. Like,
that is very cool.
I mean, I always thought it was really cool. Like I remember being like when I was first starting playing, if somebody had put their signature onto a guitar, I was like, oh shit, that is the one that I need to have. Like it's Eddie Van Halen signature. I need to have that one. Particular.
So here's the guitars, and like Champ was mentioning. So I don't know how I missed this article. That's
it's J-Rock News.
Yeah, it came on the 11th. That's weird. It must have got buried. So they the first Japanese female musicians to sign an endorsement contract with a leading manufacturer. The latest and most luxurious lineup represents yet another milestone for the deepening relationship between the artists and the luthiers.
So are they now the longest running band without changing members out of Japan? I think they just hit a milestone like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning it. Where did you read that?
I see so many bits and pieces from people. I don't know.
I'm just curious. I was going to pull up the article.
I'm sure it was Sember that told me about it.
It's not just my memory.
I wouldn't be surprised though, because what were they doing? 2007, 2008, something like that. So they've been doing this for like 18 years.
Yeah, I think it's 16 years is what it is.
And like
yesterday was the 16th anniversary of the band.
Yeah, there you go,
Nice.
16 years. And like every other Japanese rock band, I feel like they're in rotations. They're cyclical with their members. This one just stayed the same the whole time. And can I just say, all the girls still look fantastic. 16 years later, they all look like basically the same.
They started, yeah.
Yeah.
How old are they?
They're like our age.
They've been going since
Oh,
2006.
your guys' age.
Yeah, I meant me and Alan.
Not so much Wave, not so much Ryan.
Yeah, they're older than me.
Yeah, mid-30s. It looks like for the most part.
I keep forgetting I'm in my mid 30s. Fuck.
Early 30s. Early 30s.
Let's not talk about that.
Let's not dwell on this.
What have I done with my life? No, I was kidding. Go down that rabbit hole. No, I was kidding. We will not. Hey, Motley Crew, thank you for the donation, man. We appreciate it. Doesn't matter, dude. Any amount is really helpful, man. And we appreciate it.
Hey, Motley,
Thanks
my
so much,
dude,
man. I know it's probably only 89 cents US. That's funny.
What does CA stand for? I don't even know what kind of
Canadian, right?
Has the Canadian dollar fallen that much recently?
Brian in the
I thought
chat.
their money was worth more. I don't know.
Brian in the chat says Serena's birthday. Cool. Let's go ahead and get back to where we're going to go to was Band-Maid, because that was most of Ryan's week, and he wants to talk about it. He's ready to talk about it. Cue the music that doesn't exist.
Band-Maid.
Very nice. Very nice.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, had some helpful people on the Discord say, anyway, first of all, Band-Maid played Summer Sonic 2022, and I was able to get a stream of that and watch it as it happened, as many people did. So to kind of as a precursor to that, I checked out the Summer Sonic from 2019, did a reaction to that and put it up on my Patreon, and then did the Summer Sonic this year. And so it was kind of neat seeing them play. Well, I basically love watching them play live. It was 3:30 in the morning for me, but it was in the afternoon for them. So that was a huge thing for them, man. And they played, they played Sense before, but was this the first time they played Unleash?
I think
it had to have been
first
right?
time on
I think it's the first time they played Unleashed.
Well, they played
They
download.
played
They
a
did
download?
download last week,
Oh,
right?
that's
Did they
right.
do it there?
I don't know.
I don't
That's a
think
good
so.
question.
I'll check.
They did Sense. They didn't do Unleash, I don't think.
Okay.
But they played Unleashed live. So we got to hear that. Get an idea what that sounds like live, and it's really, really cool.
Here's a set list in case anyone wants to know. All right.
Yeah. Also, they kicked it off with their instrumental that was teased in the Krupo reaction to Band-Maid news. The instrumental's called From Now On, and it's pretty freaking heavy and pretty freaking cool. So,
yeah.
The link's out there if you guys want to find it. But it's a pretty neat thing to be able to see.
When
Thanks for the help, guys.
Cool.
So, since we're on the Summer Sonic, what did you think overall, like of the performance and all that? And we'll go to Wave, and then me afterwards. We'll talk about what we thought of the performance.
All right,
What'd
real
you think
quick,
of that?
Chris Conley, thank you, my friend, for the $20 super chat. He says, many thanks for the Summer Sonic 22 stream. Well, good timing, my friend. We were talking about that right now. And thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
So what did I think of it? Going with me first, Alan?
Yeah.
Go for it.
It was awesome. New live stuff from them is a treat for kind of all of us because I've been wanting it for so long. There was, which I think you guys go more in depth. There was some audio things going on with. Yeah, I think it's a festival, and they've had how many bands on that one stage, so they're trying to mix for many bands, and it's getting switched over as fast as you can. I know when they started right away, Psyche was pointing at her monitors and trying to get the sound up in her monitors, and she may have trouble with that. But I was just so happy seeing them that I didn't really notice too much of that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was awesome seeing them pull some stuff off, and seeing who was doing what in Unleash was kind of surprising. I thought, assumed Miku was going to be doing the chunky stuff, in the second or third, whenever the hell it was. It was Konami. She's doing it in the video too, so I guess we should have known. But yeah, it was just awesome to see. And they did new stuff, they did older stuff, so a good mix of music.
That's cool.
It's fun.
I love the set list. I just got to say that. I think it's awesome that they're not just coming out there like a lot of bands would and just playing all the new stuff right off the bat. It's like they know that they got the hits that the people want to hear, and they're still giving it to us.
Yeah, it's always good to have that good mix, right?
Even going back to Freedom.
Yeah, man, that's old school. That's off what, Brand New Made or something like that? Is it Bring It On, maybe? I don't know. New Beginnings? I don't know. I just named all their albums.
I think
it's off one of them.
I can't remember.
It's not a brand new one. We'll put it that way.
No, it's something like their third album, I think.
What about you, Wade? What do you think, man?
Man, it was just so exciting to see them playing live in front of real people again, and you could tell, like Ryan was saying, they were having issues, because they really can't do a real sound check at a festival. They shuffle to get it set up as fast as possible, and they're in front of a bunch of people already, so they're just kind of winging it when they start. And so I felt bad they were struggling with the in-ear monitor problems and all that, but they really made the best of it. Like, they put on a great show. They were having fun. I guess Psyche was the most obvious that she was kind of annoyed because, that's kind of how she is. But they were all like happy, having fun. And, they made the best of it. When I first watched it, I was wearing headphones. So I was like, oh, this is a pretty great mix. Like, because I could hear everything clearly, like you can in headphones. Then when I listened to it on speakers, it was a little rougher. But again, that comes with the territory of you're playing at a festival, like you're saying, and it's a live stream mix. Like, there's no post-processing at all. It's just the live mix. So that's the way it goes. But anyway,
yeah,
that stuff really doesn't matter to me in the moment because it was just such a fun experience to see them playing live for an audience again. And that new instrumental is sick. And like Ryan was saying, I was totally wrong on my theory about. I put my video out yesterday after they already played Unleash live, but because I was working on it all week, I hadn't seen it yet, and I was like, oh crap, I was dead wrong about their guitar arrangement because, like Ryan said, I assumed Miku would be doing the fast chugs in that third riff, and Konami would be playing that.
Wait, can you summarize that? What happened?
Yeah.
Like, what? Why'd you think that again? Or
well, because people. Even
it was a black
Konami
hole,
says,
man.
like,
black hole just made us think Miku was going to do all the fast stuff.
the dun, 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 dun.
oh,
I thought she'd be doing the fast chugs, and
okay.
Konami would be playing the riffs, like the dun, 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 dun. But Miku played that riff. That's my favorite riff of the whole song, and Miku played it in drop D too, so she wasn't able to rely on an open string for it. It was all fretted in drop D. So that was even more impressive. And
wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Which song are you talking about?
Unleash.
She's playing the lead in that song?
Well, they
just
switched
two different
off on lead, but she plays that riff, that second riff. After the second verse, the
the lead riff, not like the lead solo.
And what?
No, I understand.
Okay,
but she's playing the lead riff of the song then.
Yeah,
because that is the lead riff, right? The one that comes in after the second verse.
I think that's
it's used
the only
like
time
once
it's in the song.
But okay, so going back to your video, Wave, what were you thinking she was going to be doing?
Well, I thought she would be doing that, the where it goes down to D, the third riff of the
okay.
song, you know, the but Konami did that. But it was cool in that part, that riff I was just talking about, the second riff of the song. They were like trading off. Like Miku started with that, then Konami did a response to it, you know, and they kept going back and forth. So that was really exciting to see.
Yeah,
And I
they had
really
two
hope,
two distinct sounds on that track. So yeah, that's cool that they split them up like that.
Did they use the pedal for those parts that we figured they were using a pedal for?
oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they were. She was.
The lead stuff Konami.
Yeah.
Doing.
I'm sorry, guys. I was going to have the pedal for today, but Frank had canceled our recording session, so I couldn't bring my pedal board back with me. But I promise I will bring it on and do a review of that pedal and show you guys what Konami's doing with it. I just, damn it. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't go to practice, and it was an hour away. But anyways, back to the other thing.
So did you watch Summer Sonic, Alan?
So, yeah, it came out, and I fell asleep, so I didn't do the watch live, which I really regret. But I made up for it.
I'm happy for you getting some sleep.
I made up for it, though, and I watched Rosalia this morning, and I was excited to do so because they fucking took it down right afterwards. So I'm so happy I saw it.
That's
You know what's up with that? The Rosalia?
Yeah, they take it down right afterwards, but I got you a recording wave. I'll send you the link. I got it for you.
And Reza Swelen was on right before Band-Maid. I got to see that too.
I didn't watch that yet. I'm going to watch it with Eric. So I was listening to it, and I was listening in like while I was working because I had gotten the links. So shout out to you who got me the links. I appreciate it. But when I was listening to it, I was like, I could hear the difficulties, but like you guys were saying, like I said, when you go to a concert, you're not really there for that. It's just there for the experience, to have a good time and enjoy it. Like I always tell people, when you're listening to it from after the fact, that's when you get more analytical. So like that's why I love going to live shows, because for me, I don't think about mixes and all that stuff. when I'm there, I'm just having a fucking good time, and then I analyze it later. This is why I like going to concerts rather than just listening to the album, because the whole time my brain's going but while I was listening, I'm gonna watch it again with Eric on Monday or Thursday, so him and I are gonna watch it again together. So I just listened to it in passing, but I mean overall it sounded pretty good. And like something I want to mention that we kind of forget about too is when you have plugs in your ears, sometimes you have to compensate when you're singing to get it directly on the note. So if she was having ear monitor issues, which I could hear she was, just because I could tell she was like slightly sharp or fat, but very, very slightly. And I already knew that there was something going on with her earplugs, because when you have that issue going on, you do have to make your voice slightly sharper, because what you perceive you singing is not actually accurate to what's coming out. So that's something as singers you have to be really good at. And that's why playing live as a singer is so, awesome, because it's so technical, because you do have to be aware of that. Because if you just go out there and you think you're singing that note, it's probably not projecting right if you have earplugs in. So that's why some singers will take out one earplug so I can hear it. Because I've done this many times where I've been in the studio recording, I'm singing it, I think I'm perfectly on key, and then all of a sudden it's like a sharp. I'm like, what the hell? So just something to mention. Like I thought that's what jumped out to me right away, but it still sounded good and it sounded fun, and I can't wait to check it out with Eric this week. So, so I didn't get to watch that stage stuff. I was just kind of listening. So
yeah, some of the backing tracks. Wait.
Does anyone know what it is that causes that? Like, how would the pitch be different in your mix?
So what happens is if you have the plug-in and if she couldn't hear herself back, that's the problem. So when you can't hear yourself back in the headphones, you're hearing the muffled sound of your brain and out there. And that's why your pitches will be off. So that's why she was slightly off in the beginning.
I thought you meant like the audio of her voice going back into the monitors was a different pitch. And I was like, what? Okay, now I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Because if you can't hear yourself, and it's like if right now I can hear my voice coming
base it
back.
On the vibrations of your brain.
Yeah, exactly. It's just vibrations. Right. It's not the actual sound. So like right now, normally I turn off my input, but right now I can hear myself speaking. If I can hear myself speak, I think my voice sounds one way. But when I hear it back, it's different.
That's why I wear when I wear headphones while we record, I'm literally screaming the whole time.
Oh my God.
I can't hear my voice.
Yeah. Well, that's why I do this trick where I mute it. I put it like press it back so it does the sound doesn't leak out. I have make sure the monitor comes back pretty good. Nice. But it is hard to do that wave. I've always found it successful to go like this and then sing.
Yeah, then you have that little in the background.
Well, no, you do it ahead of time. I just go like this and then sing. And then that, I don't know what you're talking about, the static?
Oh, I mean the sound coming out of your headphones.
Oh yeah. But that's why I put it back here so it doesn't pick it up.
Smart.
But yeah.
Smart.
A little stage thing. So that's happened to me before because I didn't know that. I didn't have in-ear monitors and I just had earplugs in and I thought I was nailing the songs when I did my first acoustic gig, and then I went back and played it. I'm like, oh, what the fuck happened?
I was also mentioning this to Wave earlier, but a lot of the times when you have a sound issue like that and you get the audio coming back to you, there's a delay when the audio gets to you, even if it's just like a half a second, right? So while that doesn't change the pitch of something, you could enter a new part of the song where the pitch has changed and you could still be a half second behind, thinking that you're still singing on the previous part. So I've definitely been in a situation where I've noticed that like you're not playing what you're hearing back, like you're like a second behind or something like that, and that could really, really fuck.
That's why you need in-ear monitors.
Supposed to be doing at that moment,
especially when they're wireless. The wireless is what gives it that delay. And sound travels pretty slow. Like if you're a distance away from your bandmates, you're all in different time zones when it comes to sound because sound travels so slow. So if you're across this giant stage from your drummer, there's always going to be that little delay there.
Have you guys ever made the mistake of going too far away, like on stage, and you're like, wait a second, something's a little off?
You're hearing your guitar like a half second later.
I'm like, why am I playing so bad?
Or it's like cutting in and out, and you're like, am I missing fucking notes? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, straight up, and then you hit it again. I got double notes coming in. I've done that because I've had a wireless, and this is why I stopped using a wireless, because I'm like, I thought it was that, but then I got a really long cable, and I remember getting on top of a table, but it was a good distance away. I'm like, I still feel like I'm playing horrible. Like, this is awful. So in-ear monitors is the moral of this story.
Yeah. And click tracks.
And click tracks, yes. Unless your drummer is a machine, and then you're good.
It's so hard with a click track though, because if the drummer decides that they want to go, a little off buck, like generally you're going to follow the drummer on stage.
Well, hey,
come on, I want to have that freedom.
I got something for a wave here. Okay, so this is a good point. I played with a drummer and had it on a click track for a very long time. Okay, and now that I'm doing the frontman work, I want to extend parts. So what do you do in that? Do you say, fuck no, don't do the extended parts, or get rid of the click? Like, how would you handle that?
Why couldn't you extend? If it's just a click, you should be able to go as long as you want, but stay in time.
With our songs, we have alternate.
Like a pre-programmed click, you mean?
Yeah, but with ours, it was hard to do that because we had different time signatures. So it's multiple different time signatures. Like Band-Maid, they have multiple time signatures. Like
no songs with multiple time signatures. You can must only plan 4/4 from now on.
I think Band-Maid would disagree.
In that case,
with
you would have to have a pre-programmed click where you work in those extended sections already.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. Do you do that? Because for me, that would be really hard to try to think about that. So
or just tell your drummer to rip out his earbuds when it gets to that part.
That's what we do. That's what we do. That's exactly what we do. We have 3 songs where I'm like, in the middle of the breakdown, take it out because I'm going to go off the rails. So like, nice. Anyways, back to the Band-Maid thing. But I was just curious about that, like how if you always had a click live or if you did it like that. But go ahead, Ryan. Back to Band-Maid. That's what I thought of Summer Sonic. But.
Oh, there was some of the backing tracks that were being played were louder than I think they're supposed to be. So there's some weird sounds going on that I don't think we heard normally. Like in the
is Ryan talking about the mix, complaining about the mix right now? No,
yeah, I noticed that. It was. I think it was indifferent. I noticed that there's like this really loud that I've never noticed before.
From the backtrack. Oh
yeah, there's some water drop and some other was down. I don't know.
I see. I don't like the sound of that, man. Like, honestly, this is something that I have to deal with in the K-pop world all the time, where it's like constant backtracks, and I fucking hate it. To tell you the truth, and it's like, especially when, you know what people don't realize a lot of the time, if there's a backtrack on it, and like, you know, especially if it's like something that's from the recording on an album, right? Like, you're trying to replicate the recording on the album. You are no longer trying to just put on the best performance. You're now trying to match what was on the album, and that makes it so much more difficult to me. Like, you really, if you're going to put a backtrack on there, like in every genre of music, it should be lower than everything else that you're doing. And to the point where, like, you should only really be able to hear everything that's going on in the backtrack if nothing else is happening at that moment.
By the way, playing to a backing track with a click is a lot harder than you think, because you can't fuck up. You can't fuck up.
Exactly.
Especially the drummer. The drummer cannot.
It's like a double-edged sword. You gotta, like, it kind of takes some of the soul out of it, because instead of performing live music with your band, you are, like Champ said, trying to replicate the studio album, you know. So you kind of lose that feedback and chemistry. I mean, with practice you can kind of get it back, but you know,
it's a different kind of performance then at that point, right? Was there a backtrack for like the vocals too, or was it just instruments that are not being played live? More
kind of sound effects and some synths that were behind some guitar parts that were really jumped out, and I didn't realize were there to begin with. So yeah, I mean, I could have done without them, and I don't. They want it to be in there. That's fucking fine. But sometimes when it's in the mix too hot, it's like, what the fuck was that? Like, you're not used to hearing it that well. Instead of like Champ was saying, instead of adding to it, it's like dominating what the fuck was going on. You're like, that's all. I don't know.
So, got a couple interesting comments from members. I just wanted to mention. So, didn't Kane say that she drilled holes in hers so she could hear both? I don't know if that's true. But
drill. They had them made. There's like a pass through, so she can hear some of the real sound too.
That's smart.
And the Dammer says, to repeat what we heard was mixed for live audience. Probably, maybe there is it sounded fine.
Oh yeah,
because the room definitely affects the sound of that.
Yeah.
And somebody mentioned there's probably two mixes. There's like a live mix and then a recording mix, and you know, hell, maybe they came off the main board. We don't fucking know.
Of course.
Plus, it's a festival, you know. When they get here with their own crew, it's going to be so much better.
It's always better when your own people.
Esther says Summer Sonic can't handle Band-Maid songs. We'll go with that. But all right, back to the rest of the Band-Maid stuff that we got going on. So Summer Sonic, and then we had a really cool article on Newsweek. You want to talk about that, Ryan?
Sure. Me could have shared some news with me. Newsweek Japan has a magazine coming out, and they have the top 20 Japanese bands that are challenging the world. And notable in that was Band-Maid was on that list, of course, and also Yoyoka, which I know we'll be happy about. We're all happy about because she's amazing.
She is.
But it's just a cool feature. You got Yoshiki on the cover, all constantly doing things, and it's just a cool thing, man. It's just, you know, I want to see it when it comes. When's it come out? The 19th?
19th. Let's see.
Should say right there. I'm like,
August 30th. August 30th.
30th. Okay.
Is that right? Okay.
So yeah, it'll be neat to see who else is on that list.
Never mind.
Were you gonna say, Wave?
No, for some reason I thought it was September.
It says Band-Maid will be featured September 6th. You're right. You're right, Wave. It's scheduled to release August 30th. Huh. Featured in September 6th. Newsweek Japan scheduled to be
Band-Maid will
released
be
August 30th.
featured in the September 6th issue.
Well, hell, that's even better than what I brought up to begin with.
So they'll be on the cover. They'll be on the cover
cool.
then.
See, that's also what I wanted to say.
Oh, so are they going to be doing like a different band every week or something? Is that that's kind of what it's reading like now, right? Because if it says it's scheduled to be released on August 30th, feature 20 Japanese musicians, but Band-Maid is going to be the following week. Is it like every week they're going to have a new cover artist?
Yeah, they got the 20 compilation then, and then they're going to just feature Band-Maid.
Just solo.
I got a couple clips here also. Let me make sure I don't blast everyone's ears.
What are they?
That's before they were playing for Summer Sonic.
Band-Maid?
I don't know what they're saying, but Psyche came out of nowhere. She's like, "What's going on? What are they doing?" For those of you listening, Psyche's just like looking into the camera.
It's like that video where Akane is like getting her drum set and Miku keeps slapping the drums or something. Then Konami just peeks in from the side, like right against the camera. It's hilarious.
There's you got that clip of Akane doing sound check.
I do not. Send me that link. I do have this other clip.
It's in there now.
All right, cool. I don't see it.
Here, I'll find it while you do this one.
Okay, yeah, let's play this other clip. This is before they went on, I'm assuming. So today's day one pattern will be broadcast and distributed on October 16th, Sunday. So does that mean they're recording this, or? I wasn't sure if you. Nope. Chat, let us know. Let us know what that's about. If you guys know.
Pattern.
I don't know. Yeah.
Lost in translation.
Lost in translation on that one, yeah.
ワウワウをご覧の皆様、こんにちはぽー。バンドメイドです
Mikoto's
ぽ
here.
ー。
Oh yeah.
The what?
私たち
Mikoto's
は
here. Maybe
先
you
ほ
can
ど
tell us
お
what's
給
going
仕
on.
ライブを終えましたぽー。すごく楽しいお給仕になりましたぽー。最高の空間をありがとうございましたぽー。ライブに来ているご主人様、お嬢様、そして生配信をご覧の皆様、サマーソニックでもっともっと楽しんで素敵な日にしましょうぽー。バンドメイドもこれからもよろしくぽー。バイバイぽー。バイバイ。
That's cute.
I feel like she's added on to the po at the end of all of her sentences. Like it used to come out and just be this quick, like, you know, she'd say whatever she was going to be and then po. Now it's like po.
You want to hear?
She
You want to
really
hear?
need you to know.
Misa and Psyche in that clip are just like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
let's get this over with.
I don't know what made Konami like. She's like, be interesting to hear translation.
It's funny because so I heard my wife say "po" the other day, and I noticed she had been saying it for the past like month or two, and I'm like, and she's never heard this. So I'm like, "Are you saying po?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "That's what fuck, I'm losing it. That's what Miku says in Band-Maid like all the time at the end of the sentence." I was like, did that like come to seep into your head? Do you remember hearing that? She's like, "No, what are you talking about?" So I had to show her like a bunch of clips of Miku saying it, and she's just like dumbfounded. She says it to the cat.
Sweep across the states.
She
People
said-
gonna start talking like that. Don't have any idea why.
She says it to the cat, and I'm like, because it means pigeon, right, or something like that, or what does it mean?
It's
just
just
the
I think it's a
sound
sound
that
that a
pigeons
pigeon
make.
makes.
The
Yeah.
sound that a pigeon makes.
Onomatopoeia.
So she's saying that to a cat.
She's taunting the cat.
Yeah, I do that too.
Oh, my.
Rosie got so annoyed with me when I first got into Band-Maid because every time we were like walking and I saw a dove or a pigeon, I'd be like, boop, boop.
Film that.
By
Film
the
that.
way, Mikoto said that clip, it was after they played the show, just thanking fans for watching them.
Oh,
Okay,
so
cool.
they were exhausted a little bit at that point, right? That's why they looked so. Two of them were like, I don't know, "I'm done with this."
Not Miku. Miku is.
That's how they always are.
No, she's never done, man. She's just a ball of energy.
Yeah,
Hey.
that big, bright, glowing ball from the music video.
Exactly.
So this clip, you were saying this is Akane. The drums is her setting up or sound check.
Yeah,
Sound
just
check.
drum sound check. It's
All
pretty
right,
short.
let's check it out.
There-
So those
30
of you,
seconds to be able to sound check.
those of you listening, Akane's sound checking, and we're watching a little video over it. You can watch this on YouTube if you're listening from Spotify. By the way, our podcast is back up on Spotify. Sorry about
Oh,
that
good.
weird thing. Yeah, I'll explain why it happened with that later.
Okay.
Are we watching something or
Yeah.
listening to something?
Oh, we missed about half of it.
Wanna
Yeah,
see
Zoom
it
was
again?
cutting out all the audio in the beginning.
It was going
Yeah,
clong.
I'm sure it sounded good on the
clong,
stream, though.
clong.
No. It did. You're right, because I didn't have original sound on. So you want to hear it? We can play it one more time. Let's hear it one more time.
Yeah, let's
30
do it.
seconds. Let's go.
Gallop.
Nice.
She's like, I'm good. Let's fucking go.
It sounds like she's practicing her fills for that from now on.
Right?
The thing had some crazy fills in it.
Very cool. That was very cool to see.
That bass drum, man, it would like blast your ear out. It's fucking so heavy.
Can't wait to hear that live.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We're soon, guys. Soon we're going to hear it live. And in other news, we have some exciting things coming to the Guys and Guys Discord. And, of course, it's going to be the best Band-Maid song bracket.
Ooh.
Champ,
whose idea was that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
was
But
mine.
he was
Someone
probably
who's-
a really smart
Who
person.
was my
sets
idea.
very low expectations. I mean, medium expectations.
Hey, I gave you,
Bro,
I gave
you
you a
just
shout out at the beginning.
underqualified me. All right, guys. So check this out. So if you check out the screen right now, you can see the tournament that I've put together for the best Band-Maid song battle. So this is pretty cool. This is happening over on our Discord. We're also going to post links to this in the description after this is over. But as you can see right now, this is the actual tournament, the brackets, the seating, and what songs are going to be competing against each other. You could click on this link, go to this site whenever you want, when it'll get updated as the tournament goes on. But if you want to vote right now, the first 16 matchups are up on our Discord on the Battle of the Songs server. And you can go over there.
So yell at Champ if he missed something, okay? You're going to yell at Champ if something's missing.
Yeah. So keep in mind, guys, this was a 64 song bracket. Okay. So I used a lot of the tracks, but that's still not all the Band-Maid
It's
tracks.
only
right?
the ones they've released since COVID started.
Yeah, dude. Like, no.
I think they need to step up their game and release more songs. I mean,
ballooning.
Just too little.
Somebody may have.
I'm already
spelled
like,
something
how
wrong.
am I going to choose between any of these?
Yeah.
We
so
went through this a few times in Discord. People doing, here's how you pick your favorites, or people, and it's always so different, man, that nobody's going to be happy because they have so many good songs.
Of course. But
Thank
this
you,
way-
Pubes, by the way.
Yeah, Pubes is helping me put this thing together.
Definitely
And-
not Pubaca.
Definitely not Pubak. Just go with Pubes. We call him Pubes. But yeah, you can see right now, this is just like a little example. It shows, what the matchups are, right? So you can go over to our Discord server, go to the Battle of the Songs, and just click on whatever emoji,
Mikoto is no longer my Discord, by the way. It's Guys Discord. Yeah.
Right. And just click on the emoji that helps you vote for that song. As you can see, for example, for this first one, Sense versus Awkward. For Sense, you got I can't actually see what these emojis are, but the ones that reflect the song itself. Click on that bad boy,
Alan's
and then
close-up face for Thrill.
and then at the end of the week, we'll be through the first round. So it's going to go, first 16 matchups are going to be going on through Wednesday. And then after Wednesday, we're going to get the next 16. And then by the time next week's podcast shows up, we'll be done with the first round. So you just check back on the tournament page. You can see who moved on, what's left. And then, every 3 days, come back, vote again. And we're going to see what ends up being the very best Band-Maid song, according to the community. Honestly, the way that I came up with this was I was thinking about just kind of doing a tier list, for myself over on my page. Like, let's do, what are my favorite Band-Maid songs? Let's put, those tier lists that everybody do on YouTube. And I was just like, you know what? Who gives a shit what I think? Like, I don't even care what I think. I'm not going to do that. Instead, let's find out what the community thinks, and let's see what you guys are going to vote for. So
Now,
I really want to know what's going to end up winning out of this.
So this system is going to be continued after this with other aspects of
Yes.
music?
So this is just the first one. And obviously it's just because we all love Band-Maid and we all know a lot of their music. So it was easy to go with like a 64 song tournament for the first time with Band-Maid. After this, it's going to be something totally different. We might do another one where it's going to be like a different selection of songs for a different band. Maybe we'll just do bands in general, like, your favorite bands. Maybe we'll do like genres. Don't even know yet. This is the first step, but it's going to keep going. We're always going to be actively engaging over on that the tournament bracket. So I hope you guys join. I hope you guys just go over there and vote, and let's see what
It'll
happens.
be informative for us,
Yeah, exactly. And did we make this public already? We did make the that channel public because I know it was on private. Meaning, if it isn't, we'll make it public. We'll make sure we do that. So you
Pubes
guys
can
see
tell
it.
us, he's in the chat right now. If when he hears this, he can let us know if it is actively public right now. But I am looking at it right
Yes.
now, and all 16, yes, it's live already. So all 16 of the first round
Sweet.
matchups, or the first 16 of the first round
Shout out
matchups
to
are already
Pubaka.
on there, and people are already voting.
People
for it.
already
I'm
complaining.
I'm
Chance.
seeing
They're
the
already
votes going
complaining.
up.
Hey,
Already complaining. Whoa,
Sounds
this
like
isn't here.
our
What?
Discord link that's in the video right now isn't working.
oh no.
Here, I just
yeah,
posted a link. Actually, I don't know if that'll go through.
we'll update it. I probably it was an expired link because you have to change the settings on it when we share it to put it unlimited.
Okay.
It
I
probably
just made
expires
a
some
link
days.
to never expire, so I'll
Perfect.
post it right now.
Thanks, Wave.
Guys, domination is on there. I don't know what you guys are talking about saying that it's missing. It's just not in
Anyways.
the first 16 matchups.
We can go down the hole with that, but I just want to say thanks,
Yeah.
Champ, for putting that together with Pubaka. You guys are awesome.
No problem. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait
Yeah.
to see what wins, and I can't wait to announce it. And watch everybody cry when it's not
Whoever
their
wins is
favorite.
not going to be the right one. Just telling you.
And on another thing, I started some polls because I thought it'd be fun to do in Band-Maid related. So I put, did you like the new Band-Maid song, Unleash? What percentage do you think liked the song, guys? I want to see what you guys vote.
84.
Where did you post it? On the Guys and Guys
course
community
not.
post?
I wanted to make a surprise for you guys, so I didn't put it on the guys. It's
So is it on Dyko Deck?
not that good. Yeah.
You mean Dickodeck?
Dyko Deck? I'm gonna go with 58%.
84.
84, 58. Let's see who's closest. Wave.
70.
Let's see who wins.
I knew you
and
were
the
gonna go
winner
right in the middle.
is Ryan. 81%. You got the
Oh.
closest.
Hey, not
81%.
What was Ryan's guess?
84.
I was closer. I said 79.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought you
that's
said
true.
71. Okay, fine.
Oh.
Wave, congratulations. You won. My bad. I can't subtract apparently. I thought you said less. I don't know. My bad too.
Finally, I won something. What do
So
I
everyone,
win?
shout out to
Nothing.
Wave for winning. Wave
You won a
wins.
damn thing.
Congratulations from everybody in the chat.
Yeah, baby. Congrats.
So yeah,
On
I
that
didn't
note, what the fuck is wrong with you other? No, you're fine.
What's wrong with
You're allowed to have your
it?
opinions.
I honestly thought it was
I
gonna be
respect
less
it.
just because of the fact that you posted it on the Dyko Deck instead of on the Guys and Guys. Just because I don't know.
what?
I don't know.
That would be about the same.
You think?
Yeah,
I don't
think
know.
so. Well,
'Cause-
actually, no. I think it would have been favored more in Band-Maid if it was on Guys and Guys. Honestly, because
That's what I'm saying.
More of a
That's
mix.
why I thought it would be less on your page, just because there are other bands that
Oh!
you do a lot over there.
Yeah.
At this point, they're probably sick of hearing about Band-Maid.
All right, I
Are there
got.
any other bands?
All right, so next song. I just put a lot of new songs a week just to see. You guys all checked out "Style" by Nemophila. What do you guys
Yeah.
think that was? How many people? What is the
Ooh.
percentage you guys think people liked on that song? Start with you,
Is it
Champ.
it's just like and dislike, right?
Yeah, like and dislike.
68.
68. Don't cheating. Don't go to that Codex page.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I am
I'm
way
gonna
too
say
lazy to do that.
67.
67. All right. Wave. What do you think?
You really
Wave?
could have cornered me if you went with 69 there, Wave. you give me the freedom to get everything over 68.
What do you want to say, Wave? What do you think?
That's too late. He said 66.
I said 66.
It's in.
Oh, okay.
66, 67,
Here we
68.
go. Nemophila. 69% of people like the
I told
song.
you, Wave. I told you what to do, man.
I
Wow.
missed so many opportunities just then.
Is that why you said don't cheat after I said
Yes.
68?
I was like, that was way too
I
damn
should have went
close.
the other way. I went one away.
Dang it.
All right. How about, have you guys checked out the new Unlucky Morpheus song yet?
What was the name of that one?
That one's called The Black Death Mansion Murders.
No, but the
Oh.
fucking cool ass name, by
It
the
is
way.
a pretty
We're
bad.
checking
I
out
haven't heard
Monday.
it yet,
I
unfortunately.
think the song lives up to the name.
Yeah, you
Really?
do? Okay, I'll wait until people listen to that one. Then we'll come back to that poll. Don't go to Dicodex community post. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It might change by then. How about Glimpse Spanky? Everyone check out Glimpse Spanky?
No.
No? You guys haven't checked out the new Glimpse Spanky song? It's so
Hey,
good.
No, I know you
Don't
love
yell at
it,
me.
though. I know you love it, man.
It's so
Well,
good.
we've been sick all week. Me and Wade were sick all week, man.
Yeah, I
we
don't
haven't been
wanna
able
get
to record.
blocked.
No excuses. No, just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was working on that Unleashed video all week, like literally.
How about the Bish song? The new Bish song. That was
No, did you listen to that yet? Because that's
Yeah,
our
it's
Patreon
good.
request. That's our Patreon
I
reaction.
already listened to it, and I broke it down,
well,
and I can show people how to play the riffage.
You're gonna have to
Apparently.
add more to what you already said, then, my friends. You're
I
gonna have
added
to
a lot.
Review
rethink.
during the Gaijin guys.
You're gonna have to rethink it because that
Oh,
was my
man.
next announcement. Was that we have an exclusive group reaction to the new Bish song coming up this week on Patreon.
All right, but it'll be a group reaction, which normally if I've already reacted to, I just don't pause because we're only allowed one pause. So I just
No.
don't pause.
Also, we get the opportunity to convince you that you're wrong about everything. So, like, that's always fun, right?
Well, you don't know what I think about it, so
It doesn't matter. We can still
It's a
convince you
great
that you're
song, by
wrong,
the
right?
way.
Do we need to know?
it's a great song. It is a really good song. I'll say
All
that.
right, cool. Well, we're gonna know. We're gonna know soon.
Very good.
So there's a new Bratz song out too. I gotta check that out.
Oh yeah, and we were gonna. Ryan, you are on top of it. That was the next thing we're about to talk about. We got the new Bratz song coming out. Is it already out? This is the teaser for it.
Spiderweb, another cool name. I like it.
I mean, thanks for the shout out. But I just watch what the people in the chat are talking about.
That was Mikoto again. Thank you,
like-
Mikoto. Would you like to join the podcast?
I was like, did you guys read the PDF I sent out to the guys? I guess I.
When you look behind the curtain, it's just Mikoto. Like, yeah, I'm doing everything.
Alan was just surprised that we actually like read the stuff that he sent us for
I
once.
know. I was like, wow, you guys read the outline for today?
Simno is my memory. He knows what I've done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, are we still talking about Glim Spanky?
No, we're talking about Bratz new song.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to update the Discord link and everywhere.
All right, so we got Bratz Spiderweb. Here's a little taste of it. 15-second clip. Ooh, I like that sound.
Dude, I
Wow.
love Bratz. They're awesome.
That was too short, but that sounded really good. I really like that. I'm hit and miss with Bratz, man.
It was
Like,
long enough to claim our video, though.
No, that's why I was talking over it. That's why I talked over it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Midway through, I was keeping an eye out. I got it.
Nice.
No, it has to have enough of the notes or whatnot, and if you talk over it, kind of cuts it out. It worked on my Bish song actually. So the reaction.
Oh,
What was I gonna say anyways before I said that? I'm hit and miss with Bratz. How do you guys feel about Bratz? Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. That's kind of been my
They're
thing
not
with it.
an any album will be great band, but for the most part, I like turn them on, just listening to it. I have a mix where I have them mixed in with Band-Maid, Nemophila, and Sokoninaru, and it's just fucking crazy the amount of shit to listen to, but it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But they're probably the second or third most listened out of the bands I discovered after Band-Maid. I love it.
Adam Young says they said they were going in a new direction with this song. Okay.
Sounds a little more electronic, maybe a little less raw. Not electronic, but a little more. What do I want to say?
Yeah, a little more digital, like more
Yeah,
like
yeah,
tight,
a little
like
bit more. Yeah,
brighter.
which I dig.
What about you, Wave? What are you thinking about Bratz so far from what you've heard?
I haven't heard much, I don't think.
Okay.
So I can't remember enough to like say anything that actually matters right now.
So when was this song releasing? Did it just come out right now? Because that was just a teaser. I did not catch the date of when that was coming out.
I don't know.
Oh, that last song was Bratz?
Yeah, that last song was
Yeah.
Bratz. Yep.
Oh, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
I don't remember him sounding like that.
clicking on it. Yeah, it's definitely a different sound. And what about you, Champ? Have you listened to much Bratz?
I've only heard one song, I believe, and it was on a stream, and I barely remember it, to tell you the truth. So I'm not sure how much of an impression it left on me. But that sounded pretty cool, you know. So I have to hear more before I talk on them.
They went the baby metal route with the teaser, 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh,
I'll
man.
take a 15-second teaser though. I mean, a lot of bands don't even give you a teaser at all. So give me that 15
Right.
seconds.
Yeah, I'm looking on their YouTube, and everything's at least a year ago.
Wow.
So there's something from 6 months music production. So they've been working on it for a while. So that's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the chat
Oh, wow.
are giving out dates, but everybody has different dates on this one. So, yeah, we just have to look at that. But all right. So, Crossfaith.
Ooh.
What? Ooh, what?
I just saw Paul said Love Bites will be announcing their new bassist in the next week or so.
Oh, hell yes. That is awesome. That is awesome.
We will keep an eye on that.
Definitely. Crossfaith has updated everybody with the cancellation of the tour, so they had issued a statement earlier this week. We are very gutted to make this announcement. It didn't work out this time, unfortunately, yet we won't give up to find another opportunity to get over to Latin America. So not only was it canceled in Mexico, it was also canceled in Brazil, like I mentioned last podcast. There is a literal war going on over there. Here it's really bad. When I was driving back home, because I'm literally right at the border, the line to the border went all the way out onto the highway down like 8 to 12 miles because they're like checking really well to make sure weapons and stuff aren't being carried over there and stuff like that. So a lot's just going down to Mexico. I'm not sure why the Brazil one was canceled. It could be similar things, but there is a cartel war going on over there. So, so yeah. But like they said here, unfortunately, due to unforeseen logistical circumstances outside their control, the upcoming Crossfaith engagement has been canceled. But we promise you guys to come back to Mexico and Brazil, which are the places where we always want to visit. And by the way, the metal shows are amazing in Mexico. They love their metal over there. I've toured over there many times, and it's always a blast playing over there. People love it. This is the first time I ever got to crowd surf while playing a guitar solo. It was crazy. I fucked it up a lot, but it was really fun. Yeah.
Don't touch my elbow.
I have no clue how the cable didn't unplug.
Don't touch that either.
The cool thing is they will be issuing refunds, will be available at point of purchase for all previously purchased tickets. And they said, thank you for your love and support. See you guys in the pit.
In the pit.
In the pit.
Love it.
And then another interesting thing I didn't know was going on. Baby Beard has the other members, Katomi and Suzu, have a solo projects that they're doing on October 7th in Japan. That's a Shibuya Eggman. And I didn't know they had solo projects. So if you guys did like the singers that Lady Beard had, and they do have solo projects going on. So that's pretty cool.
Good for them.
Yeah. Nice. Fem releases the 6th EP featuring hyperpop Japanese zombie drama theme.
That sounds interesting.
Right? That's what I said. I was like, I know we haven't listened to a lot of Fem. I've heard a couple songs and they're all right. But I was like,
Aren't they the mannequins?
They're the mannequins. Yeah. But then I read that title. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on here?
I think that's their goal with everything, it seems like. To make you ask that.
Right? I'm going to watch it. When the zombie apocalypse strikes, even the sentient mannequins from the future aren't safe. I didn't know they were from the future. I learned something new.
Something new about them every time.
I know, right? Their new music video, The Six, is anything to go by. The track is a theme song to hot new Japanese zombie drama series. Oh, it's a whole series. Okay. All right, guys, this is a whole series.
I think it's. I've heard of this before. Is it on Netflix? I think it's on
a fucking
Netflix.
TV show. Oh, and
Yeah, it's a
TBS.
TV
What's it called? The Six?
The Six is the name of the song. And the series is called Iki Nakata.
What
I
6
can't-
survivors told.
Oh, what? Yeah. I don't know. I was trying, guys. But it's an adaptation of the Japanese zombie series, began airing in Japan last week and has been frequently trending on Twitter since attracting attention domestically and internationally. So, and the song's already out. I plan on checking this out on Monday. But here's a little clip of it. So it looks like it's going to
Basic.
sound pretty close to what we've been hearing from them.
No, I like that. I thought that sounded better, honestly. I know it was only 3 seconds, but I dug that.
I'll give you another 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Whoa.
I
That's
don't know.
some
was
intense
loud.
production right there.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. Well, this is how they describe it, okay? The EP is Crawl Away, an 80s new wave ballad with bouncing future bass undertones. They're cyberpunk hip-hop with level up and aggressive pop trap. What is pop trap? I don't know what that
I
is.
think when you can't really put a pinpoint what it is, you just throw a whole bunch of fucking genres at it and be like, somebody's going to hear some of this at some point in the song.
That's
It's
a good
not
point.
metal.
It's like
That's
a
good
musical
point.
cake.
That is a good point. That is definitely what's happening.
It's a
here.
musical omelet.
Yes, there
It's
you
a
go.
musical omelet.
Trash omelet.
Now I'm gonna read off some stuff that Mikoto sent me. Thank you. There's some of these bands we haven't heard about, so I'm not gonna spend too much time in it. But I will mention it, and if you guys do know about them, check it out. Just let me go through. It was sent to me this morning. So X Japan vocalist Toshi, which we were kind of talking about right now, is releasing an 11-song cover album. I'm a Singer, Volume 3. That is, the release date is going to be on September 28th. The DVD is going to be 5,500 yen, and the CD only will be 3,300 yen. It's covering famous J-pop songs as well as 2 original tracks on the album. The song Hero cover originally by Amuro Nami. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Now, I haven't heard of this band. Have you guys? It's called Breakers.
No, I don't think so.
He mentioned a release of, they're releasing some stuff. They're releasing their 15th anniversary live. I've never heard of that band yet, so just something to throw out there. Marty Friedman releases music video and making videos with Kazuka Furuta, Wind and Blowing, covered by Ikemono Gakari. I hope I said that right. I'm probably butchering the shit out of all of this, but I'm trying, guys.
Saw in the chat, Juna was going to be playing drums for Marty.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Very nice.
That sounds like a fascinating show.
Yeah.
So then there's oh my god, never mind. It's just funny because just mentioning Idol. So the Plus Beth billed as not an idol group but called Neo Rock Cruster because they are a 4-member reject group. That's what Mikoto put. I don't know what he's talking about with this. So
Reject.
I don't know.
They weren't accepted to idols, so they're like,
Is that like
make your own shit."
anti-idol?
Well,
anti-idol?
that was a good segue to what I wanted to talk about, actually, anyway. So I learned a lot about idols this morning because we were going over Rosalia and how they're a bridal group or bandle. They're a bandle group. So it's a band idol group, and it's normally attached to the anime. So we were making jokes. I was gonna just trigger you guys, but I won't be mean. I forgot to throw it in there. And so we were making jokes saying like, oh, like Band-Maid's new Unleash video, so they're going towards the bandle route. so like, I was gonna trigger everyone this morning, but like, nah, I completely forgot.
I'm not going to
about
do it, but here's what I was going to say to trigger you.
Yeah, but it was
I'm
pretty
so
funny.
confused.
It was pretty
all in good
funny.
fun.
So a bandle group is a band that has like the anime with them or whatever, and they're like, that's what like the whole Bang Dream genre is. So they're bandle groups. But there's a whole thing, you guys could look it up. There's a whole thing about idol groups. We were talking about it all this morning after the Rosalia thing.
So then what would like a passcode be for example? Because they got idols in the front, but they got a band that's playing with them the whole time, but there's no anime.
Fine, I'll pull up the article. There's tons of versions of this. There's like the rejected idols, like this was talking about, and then they have a whole separate name for them. And
I'm assuming rejected idols means that they went through the idol process, but they didn't actually get put into one of the idol groups.
And guys, I'm kidding about Band-Maid. It was just funny because like we were bringing up the whole anime thing. I don't mean that.
Dude, Band-Maid to me has always been an idol group anyway. They're a band, don't get me wrong, but like, look at them. They're fucking idols. I mean, they're rocking the band shit.
And
the Band-Maid shit.
Champ's got a point because idols are like, they reference like they're like models and voice actors mainly. They're voice actors and they do the vocals. And we talked all about it. It's up on our Twitch still. You guys can still watch it, but we go deep into the whole idol thing. I'm gonna pull it up right now, but it's pretty funny, fascinating. There's a whole history of it, and it started in the 1960s. And we're getting very educated on Japanese idols, which are very different than what we consider over here as idols. They have completely different definitions on what that's about. Pulling up right now because I'm trying to jog my memory because it was like 3 a.m. when I was reading this, and it was just blowing my mind. I was like, you know how there's like tons of genres with rock and metal? Well, idols have the same thing. Like they have a whole bunch of different genres and subcategory. Like we have this called Garabia idols, which are models who pose in provocative swimsuit and lingerie photographs in magazines and photo books and marketed towards men.
Oh,
So that started in the 1970s. So that's what like all that's. Then you have
you
junior
mean baby
idols.
metal didn't invent idols?
No, oh my god. And then you have junior idols, who are generally girls that are 15 years old and younger, or not girls. It could be girls or boys. Junior idols are singers or gravier models, so they're models also. So they're a little bit of the other idol group, but since they're young, they're called junior idols, and they have to be 15 years old and younger. And this started in the 1990s. Then you got this. I learned there's AV idols, which is adult video idols, generally refer to pornographic actresses and models. So a lot of stuff, but this is the one that I was talking about that Band-Maid was heading towards. Bandles are idol groups
pornographic
that
one?
play.
Is that like those wrestling videos, champ senses?
No,
Yeah.
no, this is what we were joking about.
They were half of those were actually idols in Japan, and they became wrestlers.
Bandles are idol groups that play instruments and perform as bands. The term first emerged in 2000, shortening the phrase as a new genre of neither bands nor idols, and which used to describe the marketing concept as a band. So it's pretty much what the whole Bang Dream thing's doing, right? Like they're all bands, and they are very model-like, so it makes sense. So that's like pretty much what it goes. And then your regular idol is pretty much just the voice actors of anime and video games and stuff like that. So Bandle's like a mixture of all those things. So I got pretty educated on idols this morning.
Yeah,
Did not
interesting.
did not expect it to go that route.
That was fascinating.
No, yeah, I find that stuff like enthralling, honestly.
Oh,
That's
but
the
there's
origin.
more.
More than I wanted to know.
But there's more. But wait,
Oh,
there's
good.
more. yeah, I got you, Ryan. Then there's virtual idols, you know? You got,
Ah,
like mannequin idols?
like the VTubers.
yeah, exactly. I was just about to get
The
that. Like the
VTubers.
VTubers and stuff, you know?
Do you guys
like,
wave, Ryan? Do
Hatsune
you know about the
Miku?
VTubers?
Is that like the
I think I
Vocaloid
know
thing?
of it.
No, it's like people it's like it's like an anime character that's like being voiced by somebody that's doing like reactions or streams.
Yeah.
You don't actually see us. It's not like a person there. It's an anime
No
character
way.
that's doing it. And they are massive. When I talk about their streams getting like lots of views, I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of views daily.
I should put
for
my
VTubers.
voice on something somebody wants
We
to
should
like.
get
Exactly.
our faces the fuck out
Oh
of
my
here
God.
and replace them with
Let's-
cartoons, bro.
let's turn
because
Ryan-
way more people will watch.
Let's turn Ryan into a VTuber. We'll make
Oh,
an animated
do it.
Ryan.
Is it like one of those AI like Snapchat filter?
Yeah,
Pretty
but like
much.
more,
intense.
better. Yeah.
Yeah,
More
it's more
technological.
Well,
intense.
there's a
advanced.
video a while ago that the guy was talking to me, and like the whole video it was a husky, like talking to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
there
mention-
you go.
mention-
There
yeah.
you go.
I'm
Exactly.
Like, right on. So I've seen a couple of those.
Except most of these are hot anime girls.
I mean, I could do that, but it's
That's-
gonna be a weird thing to see that and hear my voice.
I don't know. Maybe that might be the appeal of
I
it in
could
general.
be
You
an
know,
appeal to some
one
people, yeah.
episode. Hey, how about this? How about this? When we hit 10,000,
All your viewers will be 13
Listen.
years old.
when we hit 10,000 subs, we'll all come here as virtual animations. There we go. 10,000 subs will be virtual animations.
So you mods figure out how to make that shit work.
Could we be animations of each other?
Oh my god, that would be fucking hilarious. Wait, whose bodies are they switching into here?
I want to be Ryan.
He wants to be in Ryan.
Let's just all be Ryan.
We'll all be Ryan, and then Ryan will be just an amalgam of all three of us put together, like whatever child would be birthed.
Horrifying, bro.
Yeah.
What is happening?
That is horrifying. And I want to be a hot girl. If I get to choose, I want to be a hot girl. I don't want to be any of you guys. I'm sorry.
Okay, understand.
All right. So virtual idols are digital avatars representing a fictional character or persona. So, and then this is where the rejected idols come in. Underground idols apparently are independently managed idols, so they don't have a big business behind it. So those are your. I don't know what would be an underground idol group. Have we checked out an underground idol group?
I can't even imagine what that would be because there's
heard
so
of
much
them,
behind being an idol group. You know, so much of it has to do with the having money and being able to do it. You know what I mean? So like I can't even imagine.
But this is
somebody trying to do that
money.
without it.
Yeah, without
like
money.
an indie idol group.
It's hard.
Yeah, like
exactly.
how would that even work?
This is hardcore, man. This is a hardcore idol group here. So being
Necronomidol,
different.
Broken by the Scream. Some people are mentioning.
Yes, and they do
Broken by
mention
the
them.
Scream.
Granted, some of the stuff we've covered is probably on a smaller scale than what it seems like to us because we're focused in a area.
That's
Yeah.
also true. Yeah. Like I mean, how big Broken by the Scream is actually a pretty good example of that, right? Because they barely get any views. What did their new song come out with? Here, I'll keep talking, Alan.
So
EG,
they
or-
did mention Broken by the Scream, by the way. They did mention them in the underground group. So guys, it gets even smaller than that. We got local idols. Local idols, guys. So this was fascinating because I'm like, what do they mean? So local idols primarily promote in rural areas in their specific communities where accessibility to celebrities is limited. So like if they can't get access to celebrities, they have their local idol group scene. So the
So
emergence
I'm
of
like a local idol for Plymouth.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, there you go. Yeah. Ryan is the local idol of Plymouth. So the emergence of local idols was traced back to the early 2000s with Perfume. Now, I know we've heard of that band. I didn't
Perfume's
know.
Local
enormous.
idols?
Yeah. So I don't know how they're a local idol, but apparently they were. So the idol warning period in the 2010s led to the increase in the number of local idols with 2013 television drama Amachan inspiring accelerated growth. And of course, this is all according to Wikipedia, so this could be completely wrong. But we got another subgenre.
I'm sure enough people would have bitched about this by now that they would have changed it, you know.
Then apparently there's a wave of Japanese Korean idols.
Johnny's?
Now wait a minute.
Johnny's.
Wait,
Well-
is idol
Oh.
just like a
Oh, we
word
haven't
for
got to
something
Johnny's. That's a
Yeah,
whole other
sorry.
group, guys.
Just Japanese Korean idols. Okay?
Guys, that's
Let's
a
see.
whole different group. Okay, well, let's talk about the Japanese Korean ones.
Yeah.
So, it's Japan and South Korea agencies have created collaborative idol groups in the past with Route Zero in 2002. So, during the third Korean wave, I didn't know there was 3 of them. In the mid 2010s, the term saw usage again, referring to collaborative idol groups promoting primarily in Japan, but with music, styling, marketing, presentation produced by K-pop industry.
Oh, right on.
So that's what it is.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
then you got Johnny's, and that's for all the male idol groups. Called
I've
Johnny's
never heard
Idols.
that before.
Interesting word choice.
I've never heard that before. I don't think they call that the same thing in South Korea.
Anyways, I think I'm done going on my rant on idols. I thought that was very entertaining this morning when we were talking about it. I was like, this
It's honestly, hey, it's something that we've kind of talked about before. Now we actually have the origins and the knowledge. All right, we needed
now-
to learn about this at some point.
now y'all know.
Definitely remember all of this.
Yeah, you should. It's very important stuff, Wave. Your life could depend on. So it's just like
Wave, how
rock.
many Korean waves have there been in Japanese idol industry?
Didn't know there's Korean wave.
3.
We just went over this like 12
Wait,
seconds ago.
wait,
so
wait.
everybody forgot already.
That was a joke.
It was
You got a wave
3.
here. You got an American wave. There's a Korean wave.
I get it now. Is that what we're?
Don't worry about it, big guy.
Thank you, Alan. That was very interesting.
You guys are all gonna get off of this Zoom call and be like, "What the fuck was Alan thinking with that shit?" I feel
Not
it.
me, man.
I
I'm going to
felt-
say do more.
I felt it through the Zoom, the Zoom camera. That's the news that I have for this week, guys.
Cool.
Sweet.
We got our top 10, which I know people are super excited about because we have emergence of certain bands. You guys might be disappointed with the number 1, so stay tuned.
Ooh, spicy.
Disappointed.
Might be disappointed.
Oh, it's
Might
not going to
be.
be Band-Maid, is it? Dun,
I don't
dun,
know. We don't know.
dun.
We don't
I
know.
don't know.
We don't know. That's why we're gonna do the top 10. But top 10 is Hanabiye, which I was shocked to see because it's a heavier song, and normally
Yes.
heavier songs don't
Nice.
get too much love. So it's really nice to see them coming at number 10. This
You know,
song-
it's a good track, but I do think like even though it's simple. I mean, it's even though it's heavier, I think it's like a little bit more mainstream than the other couple songs I've heard from them.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's very
didn't have as
straightforward.
much like crazy change ups in it as I was expecting.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was like a nice simple formula. It sounded good, but it was a nice simple formula.
Yeah, but after I listened to it and was like learning how to play and stuff, like it's fun. It's like a good like metalcore song, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I really like the dynamic between the vocals and the screams in that song.
Yeah.
It's a nice balance.
Yeah, everybody got mad at me during my reaction for that one because everyone thought that I was saying the lead vocalist and the guitarist were the same person.
Oh, that's right. Is that what happened? I was wondering what happened with that.
Oh,
I saw. So they were both doing vocals in the video, right? And like the lead guitarist, she's doing all the vocals in the pre-chorus for all the clean vocals or whatever, right? And I just figured she was doing backup vocals, and they would show her when she was doing the backup vocals. But everyone was like, "No, dude, there's two different singers." And I was like, "Oh fuck, I sounded real dumb there." But that's not what I meant.
I did that when
reaction
we did
video, but I edited that out.
I thought people were going to realize what had
our
happened.
Unlucky Morpheus reaction together.
Guys, you can't tell the difference, right?
I thought people
put it
were
right
going to
out
realize what happened, but then I realized, oh shit, no, I did not make it obvious at all. I'm just fuck. All right.
Like, what did
But
you
yes,
say,
guys, I
Wave?
know that there's two vocalists in Hannibal.
What did you say, Wave?
Last
Unlucky Morpheus?
week when we did the I can't talk. The Unlucky Morpheus reaction together. It's embarrassing because I know there's a lot of Unlucky Morpheus fans, but I was kind of a noob to the band. I didn't know them very well, and so I thought I was getting. Well, you'll just have to watch it to find out.
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
sure.
I made the worst comment you could possibly make on my first Baby Metal reaction. I'm not going to even say it again. But
Worse than something I said?
yes.
We've all said some stupid ass shit, guys. You know what? Like, listen, how many videos have we put out collectively? You think 5,000? Some shit like that.
5,000.
Crazy amount of videos, like thousands of videos.
Gotta say
We have-
something stupid.
At some point we were all gonna say some dumb ass shit. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often, honestly.
Right?
Was that a guy who
It
said
does
that?
happen more often for me.
Yeah, but if you want to see Wave embarrass himself, you got to join our Patreon.
No, I definitely didn't say finding the Baby Metal girls hot. I definitely didn't say that. I said, okay, I'll just say it. So
That's something you don't come back from, bro.
yeah, I was about to say I definitely didn't say that. No, I said, are they triplets?
Oh,
Is that your
is kind
first
of fun.
Baby Metal reaction?
That was my first Baby Metal reaction. When I first
Honestly, if you
when I
had said,
first-
"Are they twins?" about the two on the side, I wouldn't have been like, "That's that
Well,
crazy."
How
no,
many years older
because
is
it was
Sid?
like it was far away in the beginning of the video. I was like, wait a second, are they triplets? Because I thought they were the same height, but then when they zoomed in,
They're dressed the same?
I mean,
Yeah, if you're dressed the same, you're clearly related, right? Like that's how this works.
yeah. Luckily, the Baby Metal,
No, I love that.
Baby Metal community was really nice about it. They just make fun of me every stream about it. Like, remember the first reaction when they said it? He said they were triplets.
Oh man, that's
When
funny.
are we gonna coordinate our outfits for Gudgeon Guys?
I've been trying with you guys. You know, let's do it.
I told you I wasn't going to wear that.
Why not?
We'll get you. We'll get you eventually.
We'll get them eventually. All right,
Very
number
uncomfortable.
9, we got Cold Rain holding in there strong with a song. I don't remember if I've listened to this. I need to go listen to it. I still haven't listened to it, I don't believe. We got Bish, See You. Now, is this a song I just heard? I can't remember. They're coming at 8. Let me see. I got to
Which
see if this is a song.
this?
I don't think I've heard this one yet. No, I haven't. I haven't heard this one yet.
Why
Let's
is
hear
it
5
Portrait?
seconds of it. Yeah, no, I haven't heard that one yet. I heard their newest one, which was
Dude, I've been
Goodbye.
falling in love with Bish lately.
Me too,
They-
Wave. The new
They
stuff
have
has
like
been good.
such unique voices.
Well, then I can't wait to hear what you have to say in our group reaction on patreon.com/guys after this about our new Bish reaction that's coming out today.
Oh, sweet. Wieners.
Wieners! Still holding strong. The Wieners is holding strong at number 7. I still keep forgetting to check out this song. I need to check it out. We're coming in at 7. Number 6, we got Bish. Again.
What?
This is the song we're going to be reacting to.
Oh, perfect.
This song by Bish?
Yep.
I thought you said we were doing a different band.
Wait, I think I saw.
They won the
this
poll.
one.
They won the poll.
I'm pretty sure Simno said I saw this before.
He
Must be
did.
on my live stream.
But they won the poll.
It's okay.
So,
I
we're
won't
doing it.
remember.
Oh yeah, this is the one I did. Yeah, okay. It's Goodbye. I forgot. It's because it's Japanese translation. That's a good song, by the way. That is a really good song. And I
Me and
enjoyed
Champ
it.
will be reacting to it.
So
We'll be reviewing it.
we'll give extra input on it.
Actually, it's gonna be like a reaction from me too because of my memory.
Yeah,
he
because
forgets
Wave
things immediately when he's done with them.
Wave can react to the same song like 5 times in the matter of a 2-week period of time because he
Not
just
gonna lie, I've done
forgets it
that too.
immediately.
I think we
Unless
all
it's
do that.
Band-Maid, then he remembers everything he's ever watched about them.
Guys, you know what we should do? Like for 1 month, we just go back and re-react to our first 10 reactions.
Oh God.
And be like,
Oh God.
Like the actual reactions themselves.
we could do that too.
Cringe.
Like as a group. Oh my, that
As a
you know how
group?
embarrassing that would be.
Yeah.
Oh my
That'd be
god, we should do it as a
hilarious.
group.
But
We should
I
do
think
it
my
as a
first
group.
reaction is to Twice, the K-pop group.
We should
You
do it as
guys
a
would-
group for sure.
Like you guys would
100%.
like that very much.
I did a Nightwish video this week, and I went back to my first Nightwish reaction just to see it, and oh my gosh, that was cringy.
To see what you
I
said
understand
wrong.
why people hated it.
I
What'd
was
you say?
kidding. I was like, were you seeing what you said wrong or what? No, I was kidding.
No,
I'm kidding. No, I watched your Nightwish reaction. I liked it, man. I like the detail you talked about in it. It was definitely
thanks.
better than the first one.
But yeah,
Oh.
it would be embarrassing to do that, but it would be funny.
All right, number 5, we got Dust Cell with Void. I still haven't checked that one out either, but from what we've heard from the last stream, it sounds pretty good. And then number 4, we have Band-Maid Unleash, which I'm sure they're going to be number 1
Nice.
next week. So you got to
Wow.
remember, it's
I am surprised.
you remember they didn't have a full week. They didn't have a full
Yeah,
week
but it
yet.
came out on what, Tuesday?
Yeah,
It was Tuesday, right?
so I definitely think it'll be number 1 next
That was
week.
this week.
Well, this is because it's like the previous week. Simno knows more. He'll probably
okay, duh.
say,
Sorry.
yeah,
I was like, it's only been 4 days. What?
yeah.
We're
so,
always a week and 4 days.
Okay.
so still awesome job jumping at number 4.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they had a full 7 days. Wow, they had a full 7 days. All right,
Oh.
so still at
I'm
4.
I'm surprised. I am very surprised.
It came out
All right,
on
what's
the 10th.
what's beating them?
All right, let's see who's beating them. So we got Vondi, which Vondi is one of those groups that have produced other things. I believe Mikoto has mentioned it a couple times.
And I bet he's still going to be number 1 also.
Yeah, and then at number 2 we have 1OK Rock. So and they've
Well, that makes sense.
they've been staying hard at number 2,
mean-
but I thought they were gonna drop a lot because they were at number 1, but they've been dropping and dropping.
Yeah.
I just typed Vondi into YouTube, and it's like 37 million views, 46 million views, 60 million views. So that's like impossible competition for Band-Maid.
Well, yeah.
Well,
This is where
But he's number 3 right here. And you know,
And one probably, I don't know.
well, one with
Well, hold on.
what's her name? Otto. I'm
Remember,
sure.
guys, it's within 2 weeks, so the views do lower. It's not going off of their
okay.
total million. So don't worry, it's not going off of the 37 million they have. It's a rotating thing. So if Band-Maid keeps up their steam, this song has been out for a little bit, so it will slip down. But it's still impressive that it held number 3 and 1OK Rock held number 2 for a little bit. But but they will slip. Now, this next song is something I'm checking out Monday. I think Wave reacted to this, and it's Otto, which is Backlight, Uda, One Piece Film Red. This has been holding number 1 for a very long time. This thing does not slowing down. I don't know. I have to look at the chart or whatnot and see how they're doing views. And I think this is the one where Vondi helped produce or helped
Yes.
Right.
do the song. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're pretty
Backlight.
fucking huge.
And it's also gonna keep going because One Piece movie is it's still in theaters, I believe, and it's doing really, really well. So I don't expect that to slow down until that movie at least leaves theaters.
Is it in U.S. theaters?
Yeah,
I
promotion
don't
for
know.
Otto is crazy.
I'm not sure about
When did that come out? A month ago, and it's got 19 million views.
Yeah.
that.
Jesus.
Dude,
You should
Well-
see the Blackpink video that came out fucking yesterday. I think it's got like over 100 million.
I want to say
So
something.
yeah, these
Yesterday?
bands we love are they're little guys compared to some of this
is that
stuff.
the one you were You were drooling over?
Oh, drooled hard. Had to change my shirt.
So back to the
Ew.
top 10. I just want to mention this. Simno pointed out, Vondi produced this song, and Uichan plays bass from Maximum Hormone. And just to put a positive note out there, I know Band-Maid's number 4, and I know we want them at number 1, but the way we should take this is let's push harder. Let's push the song harder to other people, show other
Dude,
people.
with the
keep it
difference in views we see, that's pretty damn impressive.
It's
Yeah,
impressive.
Because they're relatively small. I mean, they're building, so it's awesome to see them.
I agree,
Number
100%.
Get up to that level.
Number 4 for a
Because
band.
look at the ones that are
building.
surrounding them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they have 500,000 subscribers, and they still came
Yeah.
in at number 4.
It's
Yeah.
real steep competition there. We're talking about a movie theme song, right? A theme song from a movie that is out in theaters currently for an anime that they're competing against. Number 2 being One OK Rock, which is like one of the most popular Japanese rock bands in the history of Japanese rock. And then the same guy that produced the number 1 track is at number 3.
Yeah,
That's tough. If you're coming in at 4, you should feel real good about that right now.
yeah. And Otto's got 3.6 million subs.
Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, but I got distracted by that. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I know people are like, "Oh, that's whatever," and like everybody just said right now, it's exciting that they're doing that with just a 500 million subscriers compared to
Hell yeah.
everybody else. So I think that's awesome, and it's a great thing, and I love doing these top 10 charts. So eventually, we'll have the cover song charts go up. I think somebody mentioned about Asterism releasing something new. I'll assume.
Yeah.
When's that coming out?
Off of their anime covers album, they have another one out.
Oh, it was another cover?
Yeah, because the whole album's covers.
They're going to be like taking over the cover top 10. They're going to be competing with themselves on that one. So this release Silhouette from Naruto. So don't want to get blocked, but
It is a cool concept, man. I got to give them credit on this because like anybody could go out there and just do cover songs, right? But the fact that they're doing like they do the melodies on like the guitar, like sans vocals or whatever, definitely makes it special. It makes it unique.
Asterismed it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. All right, guys. Well, you want to go ahead and tell everyone about the Patreon and all that stuff before we wrap things up, and then we'll talk to you guys and answer you guys' questions in chat.
Sure, even though I promoted it like 19 times already in this during the stream, but patreon.com/theguysandguys. We are doing weekly group reactions now over at the $10 tier. If you want to check that out, like I said, this week is going to be Bish's new song, which I think is actually going to be their last MV, if I recall correctly. So we're going to be checking that out. Last week we did Unlucky Morpheus's Cadaver/Revadak, which was pretty sweet. So if you want to check that out, go over to the Patreon. We also have channel memberships up over on our YouTube right now, where you also get some group reactions, and some of our solo reactions are available. Whatever we're capable of doing without YouTube, blocking us, we get up there. You also get access to play with our faces during the streams as much as you'd like. And check out our Discord and vote for that battle of the songs. Right now it is Band-Maid, and I'm watching right now as these votes are going up, and I'm seeing like some of them were getting some towering victories already. But I gotta say, there are a couple of these right now, just watching this live, where they are like tied. We've got like some ties going on. I want to see who's gonna win out of this stuff. So head over to our Discord and vote for the poll.
Oh yeah.
Ryan, thank you so much for reminding me.
Yeah.
We got Ryoji from Gize, the guitarist, vocalist, and he plays everything, bassist, whatever. I have a whole list. It's in the description. He's doing a podcast with us on Saturday, bright and early in the morning, 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And it'd be cool to have you guys there. We got some questions that we're gathering for him. If you want to go to Discord, drop under the Gize thing if you want to ask him any questions. He's worked with some big names, and we're going to be talking about that, and he's going to be telling us. So I'm getting a list of questions for him, and I can't talk questions for him, so he can answer them because his English is a little rough. So if you guys have any questions for him to work on, so he can make sure he wants to practice before he comes on. And I've done an interview with him before, and he does a really good job. And he's a great player, great guitarist. Great instrumentalist. He plays multiple instruments, but he'll tell you that he's not that good at the other ones. But he definitely is. He definitely is. He literally played like 8 different instruments on stream with us one time on Twitch. So
Awesome.
So get ready for that. He's gonna be jamming out for you all live and for the podcast. So I'm
Sweet,
pretty
man.
excited.
I said,
Very cool.
I told my wife we had that interview. She's like, "Who is it?" So I brought up some videos and we were checking them out. She says, "Well, how are you going to do the interview?" I'm like, "I don't know. Alan probably has it figured out."
Samurai
But
Metal.
yeah, man, some cool music, some really heavy melodic stuff. And it's not, just one thing or the other. There's a lot of some traditional instruments on there.
Yeah.
There's one thing I saw. He had a shredding solo that was his electric guitar and a shamisen
the
harmonizing. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Awesome.
It's good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Can't wait to get him on there. Check out his Instagram too. He has a lot of cool clips on him of just him shredding on the shamisen. Like he's like, it's like going all crazy on it.
I love that
really
shamisen,
cool
man.
guy.
It's a great instrument. And let me just clarify, when I said the Bish was the last music video, it might have been their last music video. No, I was wrong about that. It looks like they're dropping one every month until the end of the year, which is insane.
That's awesome.
If they had the money to produce all these music videos, how are they breaking up? It still kind of blows my mind, but all right.
I meant to correct you on that. I forgot to say that. I was like, wait a second. They're releasing one every month. But I can
I
see
just
why
don't
you
want to
would think
miss
that.
out on anything. I don't want to say something wrong and then have us clip it out later and then have to retract that in a separate video statement a day later.
Why not? That's fun. This interaction and engagement. Just kidding.
Every week.
Hey guys, we're gonna make mistakes. It's gonna happen, and it won't be the last. So
Yeah.
that being said, let's open it to chat, answer some questions. I'm gonna see if we have any. Okay, I already got those. I already did those news reports. So yeah, let's talk to the chat, guys. You guys got questions for us? We're here. This is the time that we talk to you all about what's going on. What we just talked about.
What's up, homies?
Yeah.
Adam says vote
already,
for Freezer, guys.
right. They're already trying to skew the voting process.
And I will say that's the one that's really close right now. Freezer is taking on Choose Me, and it's 11-10 right now.
I want to mention something real quick, guys.
Now it's 11-11.
It's 11-11.
What's
The
up?
new song Unleashed by Band-Maid is getting 1,500 views an hour. So it did drop down 100. So let's keep shooting it up. But that's an hour. So they can hit 1 million quickly if we keep watching it. I'm just going to play it all day today.
Yeah,
Is
just
that
open up
cheating?
one of your fucking your browsers.
I'm just going to
mute
have it
that
on
shit.
repeat and just keep playing it.
Put it on a
You got to start it
playlist.
over. You got to.
Hey,
It'll
that'd be
catch you after a
badass.
couple.
How many people are here right now? If all of us here, there's 260 of you here. If all of us just had the Band-Maid Unleashed just running on repeat over and over and over again, this helps the algorithm, guys. Without stopping it, let it play all the way through. I mean, it goes a long way. Penta says, Alan, can you ask the boys if they saw the Konami prank? Guys, I've sent you the GIF. Have you guys seen the Konami prank?
Is that
Wait, when she lifted Miku's
flips
skirt?
up Miku's skirt? Or is there something else?
Wait, what? I need to see that.
At
Somebody
the
please.
end of the Summer Sonic set.
Oh, into the set, yeah. It's pretty funny. She
Oh,
turns around, what? And they
I'm
like,
trying to find it.
it's kind of been ongoing with those two, I think.
People
Go
want
back
to.
and forth.
Paul wants to know, our member of the channel. Thank you so much for the support. He wants to know, what do you guys think about Juna joining Marty Friedman band?
I think it's cool, man. That's Marty's really freaking popular, so that's good for her.
Juna the drummer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was the one that was in the
Trident?
other band, but she was like too crazy, right? Like she was too she was
yeah.
too awesome or something.
Depends on
Trident?
opinion.
Trident, right?
Yeah, she was in Trident.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah,
Good for
good
her.
for her. That's cool. I still haven't heard her do anything, but I heard that she's like fucking nuts on the drums, so it's pretty cool.
And everything I've heard of Marty Friedman is also really interesting. Very
Yeah.
experimental.
I'm trying to find this GIF or GIF. I'm in the Band-Maid tab, and I don't see
Pick one,
it.
Alan.
And Motley Crue asked, "Did you guys know that there's a studio version of Smile?" I just recently found out. Smile. I think I've only seen that live. Actually, I didn't know that. That's cool. Shoot it over to us in the DMs if you've got it.
Oh, wait. Oh, what?
Smile from Band-Maid.
Oh, there's just two. Nice. I'm wondering if they're gonna put one out for from now on, like in the
We'll see.
Blu-ray pack or whatever.
They'll put it on their own with 15 different covers, and so you have to spend like $800 just to get all the versions.
Archie Dan wants to know, have you guys reacted to Unleash the Archers? Brittany, the singer, is a Reactor supporter.
Yeah.
I have. Yeah. I love that band, actually.
I have not, but it was because I was watching reactions to it before I even had a reaction channel. I was like, this band is fucking awesome.
That's another common play for me is it's Unleash the Archers. That's a great thing for me to just put on while I'm at work.
Yeah, I mean,
they're tired of it at all.
They're like a really good example of doing power metal well in nowadays. Obviously progressive also, but her vocals are very similar to like those vocals that you would have heard back in the 80s of those bands like Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and stuff like that. In my opinion, at least.
How different her vocals are is why I like them.
Really? You think it's that
metal
different?
Without the shit that annoys me.
You don't think that she has a classical power metal voice?
Not really. Something about
interesting.
It.
That was like the first thing
I
thought of.
I mean, it's obviously in that like genre, but something like if I hear power metal, I don't really usually the vocals just annoy me. With her, I just doesn't. I don't know why.
Okay, let's watch this GIF real quick.
I was gonna let you guys talk the whole time while this was playing on repeat.
I'm gonna have to increase the size here and
yeah, click on that thing.
You can click it. Okay. Oh,
there it is. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Do it again. Hey.
For those of you listening,
Champ
we got
forgot
Konami
we were here.
lifting up Miku's skirt, and Champ's freaking out about it.
I mean, I wouldn't say freaking out. I'll freak out after we turn off the cameras.
Just the look Miku gives her is so funny. But that's something. If you look back at other online stuff, they kind of go back and forth with that.
BM for Life wants to ask us, what do you think of Band-Maid new battle gear? What do you guys
It's
think?
cool.
I like it.
It's cool. It's I feel like there's not much difference to it, honestly. It's like an upgrade,
Yeah.
Like the biggest change to me is Konami's all like mostly white now.
Beast has changed a lot. It's cool.
Yeah, they've got some switch ups there. They're still kind of giving off the same vibe, honestly, but just a little bit of an upgrade.
I want to bring this up real quick. This might be a true fact now that I think about it. Chronicle Falco says looping a video decreases views because the algorithm would mark those views as spam. That is very true if they see it come too many from a single account. So, yeah, you might be right on that one because I've heard about people getting in trouble for that. I had a friend get demonetized because he was trying to get ad revenue, so he just looped it.
Yeah, but you know
after
what?
2 or 3 times, it catches it. And
it stops
counting.
qualifying it. But dude,
okay.
they do this in the K-pop world. I don't know how they do it, but they figure it out ways that they can like get people to play this shit all day long for like 24 hours straight to try to get those views up as much as possible. It's why a band
How
like
do they not
Blackpink
get
comes out with
caught?
100 million views on the first day.
That sounds like cheating.
There's not actually 100 million people that watched it. Like there's just
Damn
yes,
it!
it is
I
cheating.
thought there was.
No, absolutely not.
No, I really
Did
thought
anyone
there
see
was.
this?
I was naive. I
This
thought it was
thing
true.
from AJ, the Ina the End, is going to be in a musical about Janis Joplin.
What?
Playing Janis Joplin.
All right. Listen,
It
I'll
starts
look,
this
I'll look into
Tuesday in
that.
Tokyo.
Cool. Oh, I want to watch that.
So maybe is Ina like transitioning into theater? Is that why Bish is ending?
That'd be cool. I think. But I love her music though. The music, what I've heard sounds really good. I haven't listened to the full album yet, but that is. So what do you think's gonna happen after Bish? Like when they split up, you think all of them are gonna just start? Because we got Pedro, the other solo project, and Ina at the end. You think the other girls are gonna start another project or anything like that?
I would hope so. Like do it. Let's see more stuff.
You got. Oh yeah. Do you guys like any of the other girls' voices a lot, or any of them stick out to you?
The
And
other
Bish?
one that she has like that really like kind of deeper, fuller voice. I don't know all their names. I only know Anna, but
I didn't know.
she definitely sticks out to me. I just don't know which one she is.
Does she wear the glasses? The taller
so,
one with
maybe?
the glasses?
I don't know.
Ina the End has a first take. I did not know they had a first steak video. Did you guys know that?
Oh, cool. No.
Mm-mm.
That's probably really good. Have you guys checked out Ina then?
Mm-mm.
No?
Nope. Never even heard.
Hasn't Wave?
Really?
Nobody? I'm the only one? Or Wave has?
Yeah, I've
have
heard
not.
some of her solo stuff on her
Yeah.
live streams.
Oh, this is the first I'm hearing of her.
No.
She's very, very cool.
No, I wasn't saying that Ina wears glasses. I was saying Wave was saying he liked the vocalist with the lower tone, and I couldn't remember if that was the person that had the glasses, maybe. Because I don't know their names either.
Jeff Fenn says 213 people watching and only 133 likes, and he's damn right about that. Guys, like the video, please. We appreciate it. It helps a lot.
Thank you.
Oh,
Heck
that's
yeah.
the Band-Maid Smile is on Spotify.
Oh,
No.
it's on Spotify.
Cool.
Nice. All right, guys.
That's easy enough.
Makoto.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap up the podcast. We got 2 episodes this upcoming week, so we hope to see you all there. And it's going to be a fun time. Like I said, we got Ryoji from Gize, I hope that's how you say it, coming on. And then, of course, we have the normal Sunday podcast. So stay in the loop. Make sure you subscribe. If you're not subscribed, that'd be weird.
Let
Do it
me
now.
real quick just address
Like the
our
video.
channel member here before you sign off here, because he's asked the same question twice.
Right,
Dave Orr is saying the Battle of Songs should have been double elimination tourney, because some songs like Moratorium and Giovanni will fall out, and maybe both songs deserve higher than 32nd. And yes, absolutely, that's true. Sometimes that happens in tournaments, but like this is not a way to qualify the exact rundown of what song is going to take first, second, third, fourth, fifth. It's not how a tournament works. Like sometimes a good song or a good team gets knocked out in the first round. It just happens that way, you know. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate, but ultimately you're going to get the top one, you know. But
it's
it
still gonna be
happens.
wrong. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's still gonna be wrong.
Exactly.
But also I wanted to see some of those great songs get knocked out in the first round. That's why I've got a couple of those, like Freezer. You know, the way that I seeded the brackets was intentional so that we would get some like good matchups in the first round,
Yeah,
and some
I
of
feel
our
like
faves
more-
were gonna get knocked out.
Those
about a
2
wild
songs
card?
are a good, like, kind of well-balanced matchup.
Is there a
Yeah.
wild
Go
card?
head to head.
Is there a wild card matchup later?
Bro, you think I can do the math on that, man? No, fuck that noise. 64 done. It gets good, goes down to 32, 16, 8-4.
Like all the losing songs, compete for the wild card spots.
There's other bands, guys.
You can set that one up, Alan.
No, I'm good. That's Chance Domain. I'm not gonna fuck with it. I'm sorry for suggesting such ludicrous ideas. My bad.
No matchup is fair.
Yeah, no, but as what's his name, Hard Bros just mentioned, Freezer versus Choose Me is not a fair one for me. I intentionally put those 2 together because I thought these are very different songs, but I consider them to be of similar quality, even though they're like different genre wise, at least a little bit. And I was like, this is going to be a tough one for people to vote on.
I'm voting for.
I even put, you guys haven't seen it yet, but I put Secret Myco Lips versus Secret My Lips in the first round also. So yeah, we're going Band Myco versus Band-Maid.
Dang.
Guys, vote for Thrill because I'm biased on it since Wave and I both did covers. We should
Click
vote
on
for
Alan's
Thrill.
face.
Yeah, click on my.
Hey, Thrill is the reason they're still here, man.
Yeah.
Gotta respect it.
It got
How's
them
that
where they
not
were going.
beating Fate. And plus there's 2 badass covers of the song out on the internet, so that's why you should choose that one. All right, we gotta get going, guys.
There's some covers
All
out
right,
there.
cool.
Yeah, yours. Yours.
But
I'm
awkward
sorry, I'm
against
just-
sense, you bastard.
I know that one. I was like, what?
You bastard.
All right, guys, let's go record this Bish reaction for our patrons.
All right, guys. You guys stay awesome out there. Love you all. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you guys.
Adios.
See you,
See ya.
everybody.
Thank you.
And this is where we watch Alan struggle to end the stream. Here we go.
We're watching with
All right.
bated breath.